against Furia. Furia really took it to him, and Renegades is that type of team that could also do that type of damage. But NRG, Squishy, on a different level right now. They're up 2-1.
I mean, even with that backflip from Fever towards the sidewall, you can just start to see the nerves and the frustration setting in for Renegades. A lot of missed touches, a lot of missed opportunities. You can turn it around with one single goal, but you have to slow down this push. It's constantly one player from NRG escaping upfield with possession and winning a one-on-one or a one-on-two. Garrett's still in position, back to Squishy. It's so difficult to stop Corelli.
It so is. You know why? Because you've got players chasing after it. Squishy landing, he'll just get a piece of Kami as well, and it will be Garrett G to put it home. The General up by 2.
Folks, I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot of time on the clock, but we're going to need a 180 from Renegades. Both teams playing pretty good Rocket League, but the pressure is now on to make a response. How do you handle that pressure? Renegades writing their story so far this weekend. Now need a goal with a backflip to CJ. Right back, the 1-2. Wow! Finally, we get a response.
Look at the plays coming out from Renegades, and this is what I've been talking about, Spaceman. This is the threat of Renegades, and it's the offense that I expected throughout this series. This was perfectly on page with everyone else. Everyone was reading the same story, and everyone was involved from Renegades. They're fighting back here against the General, and maybe they just needed those first 2 games to warm up.
It almost feels like they had been trying for that single attempt the entire series. Finally, it does pay off, but they still have one more to go to get ourselves to a tie game. Kami working through the corner, back on the center, cut away by Justin, boom downfield, and Renegades will fall back on the defensive end yet again.
Oh my, what a touch there from Garrett. And Renegades really can't let another one in. Garrett will sneak it by. A little cheeky touch past the defense, and they're back up by 2.
I mean, you just can't forget about Garrett when he's pushed upfield. I don't care if it looks like he's rotating back into the play, going back for boost to midfield. You always have to account for someone from NRG to take a shot. Situations like that for Renegades just can't happen.
Now Renegades back on the back foot. Coming up on halftime, maybe one here off the crossbar. CJ will put it home, and boy, do we have another game.
Well, it keeps going back and forth yet again. One more goal for Renegades, and so far they have exploded into this game number 3. Backs against the wall in this series. But they've already scored more than they've scored in the past 2 games.
Yeah.
Can they keep it going? Maybe DHF has something to say for it.
I think they can. The offense looking better and better from Renegades. Again, this is what I expected from them. What we've seen so far from Renegades is out of character. This is the offense. They're this strong. They're this good. And right now, they're in a battle against NRG here in Game 3.
Take nothing away from both squads, both respectively #1 seeds in their own regions. Renegades have proven they deserve to be here. The talent speaks for itself. That booming clear will help slow down NRG on the assault.
And you can even see in that clear how far back NRG was. Everyone basically sitting on the goal line or inside the box. And you're kind of just falling into NRG's trap there, because they're just waiting for you to give up the ball on their side. Here's Justin now, trying to make it work down the sideline as he's met by CJ. Squishy now into the air. He'll get a flip reset. Why not? No one's there to challenge. Now trying to land on it. He might put a shot on target. He will. And Renegades turn it away.
Garrett trying to get tricky through the corner. Here comes Justin with an extra attempt. Now we start to play a little bit of pop flies here. Squishy right back down to the dirt.
Same play.
One more pinch, and they're pulling a lot of defenders from Renegades up with the ball, but NRG continue to win those challenges. So you're losing boost on defense, you're losing positioning, and you're giving the ball right back.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I think you've seen 2 times in a row now Squishy's been faking the air dribble towards the net, and that's because nobody from Renegades is challenging. It's just Squishy's reading the play perfectly and saying, okay, if you're not going to challenge, I'll take it down and try to either control or pitch it. Garrett, shocked that that one got in for NRG. 1:07 left on the clock, and he just threw it downfield. The last man in Renegades, CJ not able to get there, and Renegades down by 2.
Occam's Razor probably says there was little boost, so that's what I'm going to go with, Corelli, because that is another goal for NRG that just can't go through. A backbreaker, if you will, so far in this series. With a minute to go, plenty of time, 60 seconds on the clock. Renegades need something, and they need it now.
A hat trick there for Garrett here in Game 3, trying to sweep Renegades here in this group. And it's the final 50 seconds, and they really do have to score here. Nobody's there as a good pop comes out from NRG. Another touch here from Fever. CJ waiting for this one to come out as Renegades trying to mount the pressure.
Fever was able to grab full boost into the corner, so NRG don't have a lot of resources to be able to come down to at least tie up this game, but they need quality shots, and they need them now. Center back out from the corner, right down on target, save!
Wow.
Garrett, Squishy, combining for a save, and Garrett gets back out with the ball.
And you really got to draw out the defenders from NRG because here they come back the other way. Squishy denied by Kami, and this is the opportunity. Renegades, they just got a score with time left on the clock, but it's going too fast. Renegades not able to catch back up, and NRG holding on.
It all came down to Garrett, making a couple of huge plays downfield. The captain catapults his team into a 3-0 sweep against Renegades. Yet again, an impressive performance from the NRG.
7 goals out of the 12 scored by Garrett G here against Renegades. The ball finally hits the ground. GG's all around come out, and the General back to form.
Didn't really feel like NRG broke a sweat too much in that series, and maybe that is the best case scenario for the General, but for Renegades, a lot to learn from that loss, but a little bit of disappointment as well. It seemed like finally they were starting to get things going. It just came little too late.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to phrase it, because I mean game 3 was I think what I expected personally when you see Renegades on the paper, because look, this is a matchup that obviously in the fan vote we clearly saw that they were underdogs for. I think everyone can agree on that, but I don't think a 3-0 sweep is representative of how good Renegades is here against NRG.
I mean, they had essentially dead even on ball touches, a little bit more demos. The shots were about even, so Renegades were able to pick up the pace and really convert a lot of those open chances into more quality opportunities. But when it did come down to just clutching up on those backline plays, the General escaped upfield, and they found themselves 2-3 goals at a time thanks to Garrett. That's a backbreaker, man.
Oh, boy, was he amazing here. And a lot of credit needs to go over to Squishy as well. I mean, of course, Justin played great, but a lot of credit over to Squishy because he did a great job on the back line, especially as that third man, but then also acting as the first man as well in a couple instances that just allowed NRG to get out of rotation, kind of clean out the Renegade side, and then all of a sudden they're back on offense. So NRG, they looked a lot cleaner and I think a lot more calm. I think they weren't very calm against Furia yesterday. Looked a lot better here against Renegades.
You know, it's funny. This is also the kind of matchup we would have expected from NRG if they played on normal Fridays, usually how they get into events where they just kind of get the motor running, and finally it seemed like the General was here to play. But for Renegades, look, they're not done yet. They still have some lives to give, but what is kind of one of the cruxes for them to turn it around to get themselves back kind of into this event?
Everything that you saw in Game 3 is exactly how they need to start the series, and I think a lot of that is Fever and CJ really getting involved on offense. That was what we were missing in the first bit or so. We saw a little bit of it in Game 1 from Fever. CJ took a little while to get going, so for Renegades, you really just got to get starting off on the right foot here in Game 1.
Yeah, it's only day number 2, only the first best of 5 for us, but for the General, another sigh of relief. They get themselves through that tough one. For the Renegades, you just got to keep it going, work on the small stuff in between, and hopefully come out better next time. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Blueberry short stack?
Got any games on your phone?
It's 3 a.m. I need a taquito.
If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven.
Slurpee, light bulbs, antifreeze. Here's your order, nacho cheese.
If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven.
Tippy driver.
This might not be your car, and this might not be your engine. Maybe this isn't your morning routine, and maybe these aren't your coworkers. Perhaps these aren't your standard driving conditions. Far from it. But this is your oil, which means you're one of us, doesn't it? For serious engines, on and off the track, upgrade to Mobil 1.
Justin, look for the setup. What a save that is! BDS are no longer the best team online in Europe. They lay claim to the best team offline in the world.
Team BDS gave us the hardest match for sure. I hope we can play BDS again. I think now we're more prepared, so yeah, I'm really excited for it.
I think I'm excited to play against NRG again. I think that's a big matchup and everyone is waiting for it, or like for a revenge maybe for NRG. And I'm not really nervous about playing anyone else.
I would say our biggest rival is Team Queso because they beat us 2 times in Game 7. This time we want to switch it up and beat them.
A team that I want to face off against in this major is NRG because, you know, they've had our number the last few times and I want to come back and beat them.
Last major for us, we failed to qualify in the tiebreaker. A lot of people were calling for my head to be replaced after that last split, and I'm going to show people why I'm not.
So last major we finished 9th to 12th. We're always aiming to be the #1 team in the world, so we're here to bounce back and hopefully we can, put in a really strong showing.
Every major you kind of need to prove something, so for us we need to prove our redemption from Sweden. We're trying to prove to ourselves that we deserve to be here and we can be the world's best, hopefully.
To get that last touch, but Scrub keeps it up.
Castillo wants to see the ball down, and it clatters into him! Dignitas, despite sweeping the Swiss, are eliminated.
For me, that was the toughest loss of my career.
Apparently Jack, absolutely distraught for him, but he will be back so much stronger.
We kind of went into it a little bit too ahead of ourselves. We thought we'd already won before we went into the series. We were playing almost perfect Rocket League and then lose your first game of the tournament instantly. It does something to you, and then you lose the series and you just let yourself down. There's definitely a general feeling of redemption in this team, and we're here to kind of prove that, not to everyone else, but to ourselves, that, you know, last time was a small mistake and that we're here to play.
Helplessly, I'm praying, blaming God. Ooh, she told me don't worry, we've been apart before. No, as part of heaven, we'll be waiting for you once more. She told me don't worry, told me don't worry now, told me don't worry, told me don't, told me don't. She said we soon made 3 doctors and friends and family. When it was time to leave, there was only one, and it was me. Got so good at working next to you, next to you. Couldn't bear the thought of something new. Ooh, she told me don't worry, we've been apart before. The last part of heaven, we'll be waiting for you once more. She told me don't worry, told me don't worry now, told me don't worry, told me don't, told me don't. to escape. People take your own. When you're walking on the moon, walking on the moon, chase your happy place. It will change your groove when you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance again, that I've never been, that I've never been, that I've never, ever, never, ever, never been.
Walking on the moon. When you're walking on the moon, walking on the moon, chase your happy place. It will change your groove when you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. Walking on the moon.
One moment to escape. You're walking on the moon. I've never been. Dance again. All our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been. All our trouble seems to fade away. Will we dance I've never been. I've never been.
Welcome back to beautiful Los Angeles. All the players flew in for this wonderful, crazy event that we've had so far, Turtle. And it might get even crazier. Furia just got done taking down Endpoint, and now a chance to top the group and make it to the upper bracket. Top 6 for a South American team is on the line right now.
I'm gonna back you up here. You've been saying this the whole time. You have literally been preaching about Furia. I think since the last major, they were your team. You were hyping them up. They didn't perform as well as you thought, but then they come out here. How proud do you feel right now?
You know, it's really just a mark to Mateo and the boys and the improvement that they've made. You know, they knew that they weren't happy with their fall major result, but even hearing Mateo speak after their match against Endpoint, you know, they respect every single team here. They know it's difficult.
Absolutely.
These are the top teams from across the entire world. Furia are one of those teams, but the adjustments that they've made and the improvement that they've had as a team, I mean, you can't speak enough to it. They have been so impressive.
And they're up against I'd say, defeated Renegades. They just went up against NRG, Renegades versus NRG. That was happening also on the B stream, and Renegades lost in a sweep. It was very difficult to watch personally because Renegades, they had a little bit of spice, they had a little bit of moments, especially in Game 3. They started to battle back, but most of the time they were getting dominated by NRG.
Well, Furia and Renegades about to take the pitch. When these two teams met in the fall major, it was Renegades eliminating Furia from the tournament and Renegades making it to the final bracket. But this Furia team looks a little different. And while Renegades, things might not have went well against NRG, but this is a totally different matchup against Furia. So I'm curious how Renegades bounce back from this. It can't be easy. You had only 15 minutes to just sit back and just kind of, take stock and relax a little bit and just take a deep breath.
The mentalities are quite literally the opposite right here. We've got Renegades who are coming off of a tough loss. Meanwhile, Furia, they were on the mainstream, and winning on the mainstream as a player, the best feeling. I mean, obviously there's a lot of hype just winning any match individually or any series, but when you're on the mainstream, all the pressure's there, everybody's watching you, all the eyes are on you, you take away the dub against Endpoint nonetheless. That's got to be a great feeling, and Mateus, he was talking about it, the mental game is where they've been struggling. So for them to come in here with confidence, with a lot of swagger now, they're ready. This is their moment here to step up and get some revenge against Renegades.
Well, chat has been behind Furia almost all week so far, at least every match that you've gotten to vote for them, and you get a chance to vote again. It's the Verizon fan vote. You got Renegades on one side, Team CJ, but Kami is really the guy who really owns the South American team. Or Furia, take your pick, and we're going to talk a little bit more before we get underway. Who do you got?
I'm going for Fever, bro. Fever at the last fall major, he was the X factor for Renegades. I think I've been talking to a couple of different casters, a couple of different players when it comes to Renegades, and Renegades, they have such a solid base. That's what a lot of people describe Renegades as. A solid base, the defense, the offense is very well-rounded, but nobody is taking that step forward. And with Fever, that's where things can get mixed up a bit. He has the potential to truly step up. We saw some fantastic, I believe there was a flip reset the last fall major, a lot of highlight clip plays. They need that coming in here against Fury, who are so mechanical, especially if you watch that last matchup.
So who you got?
In this matchup?
Yeah. Do you got Renegades? You got pick 'em?
No, I'm going Furia, bro.
You going Furia?
I'm sorry. I have to. I want to see a close matchup. I just Furia, they convinced me with that last one.
Well, I got to go with you here. I mean, after I just watched them play against Endpoint and NRG, I casted both of those matches, and they just looked like the better team both times. They outplayed them. This isn't a stroke of luck. This wasn't a crazy 0-second goal in Game 5 where it could have been anyone's game. No, Furia have dominated this group, and I don't think that's going to stop here. Absolutely, it's Furia for me.
And I want to give some perspective. Kaio is shooting insane. He's at 47% shooting accuracy, I think, for the whole event. 10 goals on 21 shots. Woo. And if we compare that to the last fall major, just up against Renegades, he scored one single time. One goal in that best of 5 against Renegades. He's on fire right now.
Well, let's see what you guys at home said and how you're feeling about this one. And still, Furia really taking, wow, that is a massive confidence in Furia.
It makes sense though with what we've just seen. Okay, it's a little inflated, but do you think it's just going to keep getting bigger, the bubble? What's going to happen?
I don't know. I think people are just excited that a minor region team, or not minor anymore, just a South America who hasn't been since the inception of the RLCS, they have a chance to make a top 6 placement at the major. even Sandrock couldn't do that in the fall when they participated there. They made it into the top 8, ended up losing to NRG. They could do what only Oceania has been able to do in the RLCS internationally, which is get above that top 6, maybe even fight for top 4.
Exactly.
And I gotta say, yesterday he was a little quiet, Card, but he looked so good against Endpoint. And if he's feeling good, that is dangerous.
Yes,
Kaio
sir.
and Yanks, they
Yes, sir.
both have definitely performed today so far, but we get right into it. The hype chamber sends you right through. Furia, their chance to top the group, make it to the upper bracket. Can Renegades survive and have one last breath here in this tournament?
Man, and I'm sick of it, okay? We've been talking a lot about Furia. Somebody needs to step up for Renegades. It's gonna happen. They've got the skill, certainly, there's no question. However, when are we going to see a player step up? In my mind, it's got to be Fever, and he's got what it takes.
See if Fever can step up to the plate. Right now, Kami actually falls back down for Yanks. Something that was so effective for Furia against Endpoint was that challenge game. Effective, not just throwing themselves at the ball, but being smart about how they're orienting their cars, about how they're approaching it. Do they leave it? Do they dodge? Or do they end up leaving it the ball out for their teammate?
There were sparks of brilliance for Renegades up against NRG. There was a, I believe, 4-touch passing play. There's Fever chain dashing on the sidewall, getting a couple of extra touches in there. And I was just talking about that passing play that we saw against NRG. So sparks of brilliance for Renegades. We're going to need to see as much as we can of that play style and creativity up front. But we're still scoreless. A minute in, Jorby, and it's been a slower start.
Card just going to drop that one down, and it's taken out to the side by Kami. Furia trying to gain control of midfield, and you saw the attempted bump by Kami there onto Card. But now Furia do have a possession going here. That's a hard kick out to the side, and Fever will chase this down. He's got first lead on the ball. Kyle kicks it out from him. Another challenge actually goes the way of Yanks. And Furia able to stop quickly on the pass, but a good save from Fever. And CJ able to get the pass out to the side, back to the blue hat.
And he's back on the recovery as well. Fever, he not only gets the touch, but then can rotate back in position, get the follow-up save. But that's a big win from Card in the midfield. Yanks is waiting, but Card can't get the follow-up. The pass doesn't come out, and we're still scoreless on an opportunity that looked promising for Furia.
Touch out from Yanks, getting that pass out to Kaio. A little dangerous, but now Renegades have been able to stabilize, and they strike first. You called it out, Turtle. Fever able to get the goal.
I called him out, and there's a reason why. Fever, he's going to be aggressive. He has the striking potential. Two players looking to go back into net, out of position, and Fever punishes.
The Renegades, while they did face a little bit of pressure from Furia, it wasn't anything that they couldn't handle. Fever also picking up a big save on the back line off that pass from Furia earlier.
It's good to see him get back into rotation so quickly, Jorby. Against Furia, their speed is impeccable, and you're going to have to be fast with the rotations, or they'll catch you out of guard, or off guard, excuse me.
And that challenge from Kaio, that's what I'm talking about with this team. That's not, we didn't see that from them in the fall major. That awareness on the challenges, that could be such a nuanced part of the game that you have to learn to be a top team and to beat the top teams, because they're all capable of doing that. Furia have looked a lot better in that department. Here's Kaio coming back down to Card, but how about Fever with the challenges? He gets up there quickly, and that's his second. Renegades start off strong.
I talked about him, and now I get to keep talking about him because he's truly stepping up in the first game. What a dunk. Not only does he beat the player and get the win, but it's towards the net on an open, wide shot.
And, you know, Mateus was talking about it in his post-game interview with Endpoint. They know they can't sleep on Renegades. They're very aware of the fact of the team that eliminated them from the fall major.
Maybe that's in their heads. I mean, the coach literally talked about it, the mental game. It's the most important for Furia. And knowing that they've lost the previous fall major, it could be a curse.
Popped up again. Renegades have looked pretty good so far. This one popped down by Fever. Takami swinging wide, but Kyle gets over him. He's having some difficulty getting that ball out, but finally manages to shuffle it out the Card.
Here we go in the corner, CJ. A nice win, and he's dribbling through the entire defense of Furia. Haven't seen too much speed from Furia, excuse me, and we'll see what they have to offer as they transition out. Intercepted by CJ, who's getting in the way of these passes and making it difficult for him.
Kyle gets in front of this next challenge, and Furia getting harassed. You see Yanks was forced back by CJ, and it opened up the pass. Yanks able to take the save.
Oh, wow. And look at the rotations from Kami. He takes that win on the 50-50, instantly goes back for boost.
Kaio can't get that touch again. The backboard defense clean from Renegades, and now they got another
CJ.
outlet pass back to CJ. CJ, it's a little wide, so he's got to go to the corner. Off the ceiling, he won't get a chance at it. Yanks, a nice clear off his own
Kami's
back wall.
alone.
Flip reset, does he have it? No! Somehow Kami avoids the danger in front of the box, picks up the save.
2-on-1 play, and Kami still left standing.
Ooh.
Keeping his team alive with security. 2-goal lead for Renegades. Furia, they're hungry, they're looking for the first one.
Back up again, Yanks got the shot, and Furia have started the comeback clock with 48 seconds left.
And you were talking about Card stepping up individually. Here he is on a 50-50 win. Fever went up for it, and it was a risky play as that third man back. If you don't win that challenge with confidence, it could be the end of you, and that defense was not ready.
Tough spot for him to be in, too, because even if you don't go for that challenge, it could just end up sailing over your
bang
hood.
of a shot.
The Renegades get this clear on the kickoff. They're going to force Fury to work for this game-tying goal.
There's Fever.
He's looked pretty good so far. But Yanks, he's looked good all tournament. That one's taken away by CJ. CJ off the midair demo. Here back in service on defense, and the pinch sends it back downfield. But Yanks has adapted on the rotation. That's Kami's touch, light, but flying in was Kaio to pick the save. Now a transition for Yanks off the ceiling. Here he comes, lets it drop the shot denied. Again, the challenge is quick from Fever.
And Renegades, they're getting aggressive. I'm not sure how much I like it, because CJ, he's flying up for so many different shots, looking to force a play out of Furia, but with 5 seconds left, it might just be enough. A big win from Fever in the midfield, and CJ there to finish it off and add an extra one.
And you saw them pop off, or you heard them pop off over in their seats. Renegades, that's a big win. That has to feel amazing after getting swept by
And
NRG.
all of the momentum, all the hype that Furia were feeling after their huge win today against Endpoint on the main stage, it's all died down. It is quite literally flat. They're not even thinking about that win, and they're back in their head.
They just can't get by Fever.
Yeah.
You know, he's MVP in the game, and MVP, as far as I'm concerned, for game number 1, had that big save early on that could have set the tone for Furia with that pass, and then he ends up scoring that open net. I'm not sure what happened to Furia's rotation a couple times there. Maybe just not respecting the challenge or not letting the play develop in front. It was hard to see without being able to really go back and look with the, what do they call it? Magnifying glass, I guess. Yeah, I don't have
the
one
spectacles
of those,
out.
So, yeah, monocles.
There it is.
Yeah, CJ, ever present.
Oh, man.
Representative of the Oceania region, and he also has so much respect for
absolutely.
Furia. He's one of their biggest fans, and could he eliminate them? Or not, he's not going to eliminate them this time, but he could prevent them from getting top of group here.
And CJ in particular, along with his teammates, Fever and Kami, I saw their rotations very aggressive, going for boost, and I think Furia, just in game 1, had a difficult time adapting to that, because think about it. They came off of a win and a series against Endpoint. Notably defensive, not going to push out a lot with their rotations and take a bunch of boost. Meanwhile, Renegades, they are doing the opposite. They're trying to throw that play style out the window, the defensive style out the window, and go for some more aggression, take some boost, and that's why Furia are still on the rotations. They don't have the boost to get back so quickly, and it's really cost them in that first one.
And Yanks, that's the same face he's got all the time. It doesn't matter if he's
I love his glasses.
if he's getting scored on. He's got great glasses. I agree.
I need to figure out where
do you think I get a pair?
I don't know.
Maybe we should ask him. We could ask him after.
For real.
Maybe only if they win, we'll ask.
Okay.
You know, he might not be feeling it if they lose. Renegades, this is for their survival in the group. You know, 0-3, that's it. You're done. You don't get to go to the crowd stage. But if they win this game, they muddy this group up a little bit, and they give themselves a chance at a tiebreaker match at the very least to try to play into the bracket.
I mean, you lose game 1, Jorby, and you're thinking, is this our kryptonite? Renegades, we lost them against them in the fall major. It's got to be slipping into their mental at this point. CJ, though, a big miss. Yanks gets the demo.
No one's there.
And nobody was there to follow it up. Where was that second man, Jorby?
I don't think they were expecting the demo. You saw both of them kind of sit back at the midfield line. They were expecting the play to flush to the corner, and then Yanks just ends up getting a demo, and everyone's like, oh, we got to hurry up and get back to it. And nobody could really get to it. You saw Yanks, he didn't want to just throw it back center. He didn't really know what to do at that point, as it's thrown back across, and Renegades got another offensive strike. CJ,
he's got the
flip reset. It's on the crossbar, just missed it. Fever gets up there, forces 2 up from Furia, and they get the clear.
The crossbar hero coming in clutch for Team Furia. Thankful that they didn't have to see that one float in, but they're going to have to see this one float in. Kami on the 50-50 win.
Fist bumps from the Kami Comet here. getting the 50 against Kaio.
How does this go
and it
in, though,
rockets
Torby?
into the net.
What? How does this slip in? It's a similar play from Fever. Think about it. Game 1, the dunk from Fever. It's an open net, floating all the way downfield. The second one goes in here.
Renegades. They are looking. I mean, people watching this match are probably thinking, how did Furia beat Endpoint
That's
and
what I'm
NRG?
thinking.
Well,
I'm wondering it.
It's the thing we've always said in Rocket League, right? It's not, this isn't a you can't just beat the top teams and then expect to beat every other team. It's matchup dependent. Every match is different. Even if you think you've got a distinct advantage, Renegades coming out in full force here against Furia, their wheels are against the wall.
Right.
They don't have any lives left. This is for their tournament lives, and they are acting like it.
But you got to think back to what we did see from Furia against Endpoint. We haven't gotten the flashy mechanics. Yanks, very quiet. Kaio, incredibly quiet. Card, I'd say the only one putting in some damage, doing some work. And even then, it's not enough. Still trailing by 1 goal, 3 minutes left. There's plenty of time for Fury to get back into it, but Renegade's surely going to make it difficult.
Oh, it's a good pass out to Card, but it's too hard. And Card is like that side of the back wall. He's hit a couple double taps from there. Kaio actually comes in and can't find the target. He hits the post, steals the boost on his way out, but the follow-up is slow from Card. So Fever and CJ, they end up running into each other, actually synchronous there.
CJ.
And CJ just gets the shot, and it's in! CJ gets the second goal for Renegades.
And he breaks down the rotation. 2 players in the same spot, going for the 50-50, but it works out for Renegades because the defensive rotation nowhere to be found from Furia.
Oh, everyone all smiles on Renegades on that one.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, why did that play work?
It's even better because we get to see it in the replay.
Yeah.
I love when moments like that happen.
That is amazing. But for Furia, they come right back, and what a goal they needed. Kaio brings them back within 1.
And all the smiles must be gone after this painful one off the kickoff. Fever was looking for maybe a pass across. CJ, if he got 1 boost pad, 1 single boost pad, he could have got that save.
Ooh. Those dimes are so critical sometimes in those tight defensive spots. But that one was really just off the kickoff. Furia, they do have that fake kickoff they like to go for. We haven't seen it come out just yet. They only used it once against Endpoint, and it ended up giving them possession. So if the Renegades end up scoring again here, they might go to that strat. We'll see if Furia can get out of the blue half.
Fever from the corner. He's going for bumps, physical plays. The ball has been stuck on the side of Furia, and I love the possession out of CJ to pass that one back, keep everybody composed, and go again at the net of Furia.
Oh, the shot from Kami denied by Card. That rotation looking fickle from Furia, but they get the clear downfield and
Fever's
put
alone.
Renegades back on their wall as Fever trying for control. He gets it, but the pass in front denied by CJ. Fever also gets in the way, and CJ has been in the center of taking away these Furia opportunities as they send another one back downfield, but do they have a chance there? No, Fever's just waiting in the box, has the catch.
And CJ, has been unshakable with the challenge game. I've been noticing he wins every single challenge he goes up for. Here he is again. Nobody else to contest. The drop down to Kami. It doesn't connect, but my word, it was almost a stellar play.
Another pass to Yanks, shot right on target, denied by Fever. Yanks will steal the boost away, allow Card to come in. Kaio gonna sit back as Kami looks for a clear. Yanks up again. Kaio gonna rotate back out. He's rewarded with the ball. Light shot, should be denied. Kami's a light touch. Card sets it up, but it's only Fever's ball. Kaio gets in front for the challenge. Yanks has to avoid one. Gets the pass out. Card just misses the touch. And now CJ's got the protection. He's got the demo, but Kaio comes in to protect the back line.
But Kami the fake, he got Card, broke the ankles. Almost broke 2 of them. And we've got 43 seconds left for Fury to get back.
Fever up again, pushes it to the side. They just have to hold the lead, and they've done so effectively. Kaio looking for a clear out, but midfield is all Renegades. Kami gonna take that boost and rotate back out. The miss from Card leaves the ball hanging in front, and CJ just gets the ball. Furia all out of sorts on the rotation.
Communication flawless from Renegade. CJ knew that Fever was going to go for a backflip, couldn't connect, and it's the final moments, Joel. We just need to stall it some more time.
Here comes Yanks, but he's denied again. It's CJ winning those 50s. Card losing the 50 to Kami. Time running out. Kaio sets one across. Yanks losing the 50 to Fever.
Double tap.
Up in front. Nobody can get there. Kaio just gets in front. Card, he can't get there. And Renegades, one away from getting their first win in the group.
And we might get a repeat of what happened in the fall major, another sweep in favor of Renegades. This has been a wild day, a wild series individually. Furia, they can't get anything started.
This is tough for Furia. There are moments where you think, okay, they're gonna put the play together. But you said it, especially in the final 20 seconds, CJ getting in front of every single challenge. He would not let them out of the blue half.
He's doing so much dirty work on the field that goes, I would say, unnoticed by most because it's simple things like 50-50s and having his teammates back. There was this specific moment I remember. Fever went up for the shot. He backflipped. He made a mistake, but CJ is hovering near both his teammates, Fever and Kami. So whenever any issue happens, any mistake, any lapse in rotation, he can recover and at least waste a few seconds for them to get back.
So put yourself in Furia's shoes right now. This is the series that could put you at the top of the group. Instead, the water might get muddied here. So what do you do if you're Furia in this situation, Turtle?
I honestly think it comes down to the mental game. They need to get hyped up again. If that's the issue that the coach was talking about, it is bleeding into this series. They were so happy, so elated previously winning against Endpoint. Then to come here, all the emotions, all of that energy crashes down. You have to build it back up and understand that this Renegades team, they're playing different than Endpoint. They're being more aggressive. They're taking your boost. You need to counter that with your own aggression, Jorby.
Renegades with nothing left to lose. This group has been brutal for them, but this last cry, this last stand to survive and give themselves a chance in this tournament, they just might sweep Furia and prevent them from getting top of group. And Yanks wants to change their fortunes as he puts that ball up high. But they're gonna have to contend with CJ, Fever, and Kami as they come back around. Kyle a little close on that ball, just couldn't make the touch.
Renegades hitting the brakes a few times. And it's making everyone on Furia, dive forward and get caught into a trap. This ball floating. CJ has Fever off the backboard, but Fever opts out and goes back towards zone net. And Kaio left to make something out of this midfield play. It's a solid passing game. But within the first minute, it's been kickball back and forth. Nobody wants to take that risk.
Oh, that one just banged off the crossbar. That was a tight one. And a lot of these in front of Furia's box have been tight, Turtle. We talk about what goals have been the most effective for Renegades. The dunks, the Kami dunks have given them the edge.
And they're from midfield. It's not a dunk right in front of the net. It's all the way back at the midfield line. So something has got to be broken in that back rotation from the third man of Furia.
Renegades feeling the momentum. Furia trying to wrench control of this game from them, but Kami's got the catch. Kyle coming to try to bump. Kami flip, reset into the net, ballin'!
And I can't believe that this slipped in. Kami, the first touch, absolutely picture perfect. You could not get a better one. And then the flip reset, that's the cherry on top of that play.
Furia have not been able to score first once in these games, and Kami has just been lethal for Renegades.
And confidence flowing through their veins. Look at the way they're positioning. CJ, he's so far forward in the midfield. He's going up for dunks. He's going up for crazy reads. Kami's outpacing Furia everywhere on the pitch. But oh no, Card's got space. Maybe he can make something work. It's off the crossbar, the hero for Renegades.
Oh, Card. He almost had it on the flip reset. Yanks denied by CJ. Kaio's up quickly and lets it go for Card. A beautiful leave by Kaio gives Card the goal.
And Card, he got a second shot at the net and he's gonna make it count. It's from Kaio taking his time. Look at the fake. You could see Kaio pull off of that aerial. The communication, the shot placement, it's connecting for Furia.
A splash play like that can just flip the mental on you immediately.
So much hype. So much energy in that one play, and that's all you need to get back for Furia.
Furia, they haven't been able to take a lead yet. Maybe that could be the start for their turnaround, but somehow CJ just dives forward and gets the goal for Renegades.
It doesn't matter how much we talk about Furia. CJ, his name will get brought up because he's doing work in this series, winning 50-50s, putting himself in awkward spots for Furia that they can't handle.
No fear. He just dives forward. If he gets the touch, great. The goal even better.
I'm sure Furia are sitting back there in the communication. Why is he there? What is he doing? Why is he going for that? I'm used to Endpoint.
Oh, Fever. Denied by Yanks on the play. What a pass. What a goal. Renegades styling on Furia.
And now we're getting flashbacks to that NRG series. The passing continues. to flow for Renegades. That's CJ passing it off the tee up in the midfield. A flawless midfield pass, and Renegades 3-1 lead over Furia.
Kami again, all smiles on that end. Renegades, this has to feel amazing after that sweep. But they just gotta keep the lead now. Card, another flip reset to try to give his team some offensive firepower. Kaio, pass in front to Yanks. Nobody makes contact, and a demo happens. It's Kaio who gets it, but Card coming up, he can't find the read against Kami. Yanks has to protect the back end, gets the next touch, and that works out for a back pass back to Fever.
It's been a tight game. The rotations slipping up slowly for Furia, but with Card behind the ball, he's the only player right now, Joby, who's stepping up. Where is the Yanks that we saw against Endpoint? Where is Kaio's shooting percentage? Where is that accuracy?
Completely shut down. Yanks hasn't been able to do anything. It has been Card leading on a lot of these pushes. Another demo and a goal! Kaio puts Furia within one.
And there it is. I ask and I have now received. We've got Kaio putting in work. That's from the corner. A difficult shot, a tough angle, but he makes it work, and the payoff is there for Furia. They're within one goal, Jorby. There's plenty of time.
They've bought themselves lots of it. Kami pushes it back over to the corner, and the little pinch, gonna be easy for Yanks to get that clear. Card squares up, slows down Fever's challenge.
Still winning challenges.
It's been tough, but Kaio gets in front of it. Kami puts it up high again, forcing Furia into these awkward positions on the back wall. And even right there, CJ looking for the bump, but Yanks able to push it back downfield.
And we'll see if that trend can continue. Everybody pay attention to the 50-50s. It's so important for the success of Renegades. Right there, Kami winning that challenge. Fever going up for this one. It's not a successful attempt from Renegades, and that's why we see an opportunity from Furia. That's how important those midfield challenges are.
Card got the air dribble. The 50s have looked a little better here from Furia. Yanks also with control, goes up on the air dribble. Goes for the bump onto CJ, forces the touch out, but Fever responds so quickly to that attempt from Furia and puts it back in the blue half.
But that's what's needed, something different. Mix it up on offense, going for bumps, physical plays, getting involved. Yanks now going for the air dribble. CJ has him bailed out, and the touch is right to Kami on the transition.
And good recognition there from Card, not to turn into that play. He wasn't able to steal the boost. He saw Kami there, and now he's got control. Puts it off the ceiling, and another big clear from CJ.
This is it. 33 seconds left. Furia, they want to take this group or even have a chance in the series. They need to score this one. It's saved by Fever, and Renegade survive.
Card trying to keep the play alive. Back around the corner. Card, 2 touches in front of the box. It's up high. CJ lines it up. Nobody's going to challenge him, but he ends up giving the ball away. Makes the challenge happen anyway. Up is Kami. Oh, what a save from Yanks off the post. A quick follow-up from Card as time is running out. Pass down the middle of the field. 2 come in from Renegades. They're sent to the house to confirm this win. Back down to the corner. No time left. 0-second drill for Furia. Can they get the play? They're all 3 together, and Fever just has to put it on the ground.
It's still up.
Bounce on the ramp, off to the ceiling. Oh, Kaio's got the push.
Here we go, Card.
He's the only one in the air.
Flip reset.
Beyond Kami. Card taken away by CJ. Kaio, another catch. Kami's there again.
Oh, no
Yanks
way.
puts it over him. Furia desperately looking for their 3rd goal, but it falls to the ground, and Renegades have taken the victory.
And look at the pop-off, a complete 180. They just took a loss in the same way against NRG, a sweep, but they reversed the script, and they do the same thing to Furia. Renegades, they're mixing it up, and like you said, they're muddying up this group.
They stepped up big time. That was excellent from Renegades. They were amazing in the challenge game. CJ was all over the place. Kami, great control down the field. And of course, you've got to talk about Fever absolutely clutching that first game where that could have decided the entire tone of this match. Fever set the tone, and Renegades finished the song.
It's almost like they knew exactly how they wanted to play coming into this series. There was no change up of the play style throughout every single game. They were so aggressive, even pushing further past, the midfield line. They'd get in front of everyone on Fury, going for a clear, win the challenge game, and even in a situation where CJ rarely loses a challenge, there's still somebody like Kami and Fever back to support him and have a challenge win.
Absolutely insane stuff from Renegades.
I'm losing my mind.
This group has just
What
gotten
is going on?
a little tighter. And Endpoint NRG, that's going to be critical to decide what happens all up in this group. I really don't know what's going to happen at this point, Turtle. It's crazy. This Winter Major is crazy. And we got so much more. There's actually going on in the A stream.
They're screaming.
There's
They're
more
screaming
going.
over
Yeah,
there.
we hear it. Like, players are popping off down here. The energy is amazing. Hope you guys at home are enjoying it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Oh, never mind. You know what?
You know what, Jorby? You're looking great today,
Thank
bro.
you, Turtle. You look great too.
I'm glad that we got
it's
these
not
extra
my
few
first botch
seconds.
throw. It's not my 10th botch throw.
That was
You know,
amazing.
I'm known for my botch throws, so why not?
I'm glad
Just
that
keep
we
it
got
going.
that moment to just stare into the camera. I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody at home's looking beautiful. Probably got some snacks, some popcorn out here.
Exactly. They're like, oh, okay.
Now we're ready.
That's not going to work. All right. I think we're going to go now. I think we're ready.
I think it's time.
See ya.
Blueberry short stack?
Got any games on your phone?
It's 3 a.m. I need a taquito. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. Slurpee, light bulbs, antifreeze. Here's your order, nacho cheese. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. Tip you, driver.
This might not be your car. And this might not be your engine. Maybe this isn't your morning routine. And maybe these aren't your coworkers. Perhaps these aren't your standard driving conditions. Far from it. But this is your oil, which means you're one of us, doesn't it? For serious engines, on and off the track, upgrade to Mobil 1.
But if I'm cause I'm stuck now, just trying to figure out a way out of trap.
Justin awkwardly clears, but does recover. Look at the recovery of Justin to somehow get back up to this ball.
And he's hovering behind it, shadowing it, daring somebody to come challenge. A regroup from NRG. And that 50 will send it to the corner. Nice touch from Squishy, but Relating Wave was there to cut off that shot on net. Metza tipping past one. Seiko with the catch, couldn't dribble it past Squishy, and that second touch from Squishy, now a center ball. Excellent breakout there from Squishy.
And notice again, How do you challenge Seiko? Hit the ball. Don't fall for his tricks. He was going for another mind game there. Squishy not falling for it. Still tied, but if NRG could force this reverse sweep, it will be their first best of 5 reverse sweep of the season. Endpoint's first reverse sweep loss of the season, and the 6th all time for an RLCS LAN. Lots of stats being added to here. Such a similar story to when the last time these two teams met. Absolute nail-biter game 5. That one ended with NRG squandering a game-winning chance, and then Endpoint getting one at the other end immediately.
Will we see history repeat itself? We are closing in on the final minute of gameplay, still scoreless. Squishy staying behind the ball, pinch out to the middle. Relating Wave will hit it up the side. Garrett taking time, finally does hit it downfield. Relating Wave sending it back. Garrett got the mid boost, a shot. You could see it, surprise Squishy. The pace starting to pick up for Endpoint.
Seiko's been quiet, but Endpoint have looked more consistent across the board. Both teams producing the goods in game 5 with less than a minute to go now. Justin with a little bit of boost to work with, trying to get it over the top of Metza, unable to do so. Is still able to knock it on as he recovers back towards the ball. Just 45 seconds left, still scoreless.
Huge play here for Justin. He's got time, needs to buy some for his teammates as well. Seiko, the touch.
Oh my.
Does he recover? It's a rebound. Metza, the deflection from Seiko! How do you work that angle out?
Just when he thought Seiko's got the double, he leaves it for Metza, who passes it back to Seiko. Who goes for the pass in this position? That is absurd from Metzadoris.
And how do you hit that shot if you're Seiko? Wow.
Wow, indeed. Oh my goodness. A terrible kickoff for NRG will result in a second goal. That sort of revenge for earlier. NRG did the same thing. Both teams going for such a close streak. Both teams going for a dead ball kickoff. This time the kickoff is stronger for Endpoint. And the 1v1 play comes through. Only 29 seconds for NRG to come back from 2 goals down.
And the wheels falling off for NRG in the final moments. Still a chance, but the defense there from Metza. It answers the call.
Infield continues to be a good option, but that one's a bit too high. So Justin, despite being in position, couldn't get up for it. And that needed to be a goal for NRG. Time's ticking away with 2 goals to get. It looks like it's just not going to happen, James.
This was a crazy series. The group turning out to be more entertaining than you expected. Will we see one more goal? No, we won't. But Endpoint take NRG down in 5 and prevent the reverse sweep.
Do you think they know that they actually have a shot to win this? Tomorrow they'll play Furia to take that top spot. Can they get revenge? Furia just beat them today. If Endpoint can beat them tomorrow, they'll get #1 seed from this group. And that's the only way that you can guarantee top 6. It's the only way coming out of groups that you can guarantee that you're going to play in front of a crowd on the last 2 days of this competition. That's what everybody wants. And unfortunately for NRG, it's not what they're going to get. They've got to fight for 3rd place tomorrow against Renegades. Then they've got to get through that lower bracket round 1 before they have a chance to play before the crowd.
It leaves me speechless. I was so much expecting this to be a routine series for that 2nd, 3rd spot.
Yeah.
But now this is NRG could go home. They could be done tomorrow.
They have to beat Renegades, who just 3-0'd Furia. So Renegades not happy with their losses to Endpoint and to NRG, of course, tweeting out that they just couldn't get it together in the matchups that mattered most. And then when it really mattered most, when they're fighting for their lives, they produce their best performance. So I wouldn't write them off. NRG really have to take them seriously, because if a team can sweep Furia, they're definitely a threat. And that's a best of 5 for your life in the competition. Nobody thought NRG would have to do this again after they've already done it, what, twice in the fall major? Now they're back in the same position.
Johnny, just thinking about the pressure, for NRG, they've had rough starts before, even in the Swiss stage, in the international, or the last fall major. They had struggled so much.
Yeah.
They showed some grit in this series, but nothing is given. And with NRG having to fight for their very life against Renegades, even going into that series, it's all upside for Renegades. Coming into this, they were the underdog in this group. It's been a very tough group to play in.
Yeah.
And so they're going in tomorrow with nothing to lose.
Yeah, Renegades, they must have already thought, well, let's just give it a go. Fury have beaten Endpoint, they've beaten NRG, 2 teams we've lost to. Let's just try. Let's just give it a go and see what happens, and they sweep them. So they've really just gone from the valley to the mountaintop now, and they've been given an opportunity to play NRG for a shot. Well, to just get to lower bracket round 1. I mean, what they're fighting for here is not what anybody wants to really where anybody wants to be, but Renegades are going to be much happier. They kind of expected to have to fight for a 3rd place coming into this group. It's not what NRG expected. But I wonder if Endpoint were expected to be able to play Furia tomorrow. Let's head over to Roll This and find out.
I'm here, thank you, Johnny, with the boys. The boys in purple? Purple? Okay, purple. Endpoint, Seiko, Metza. How you guys feeling, man? That was a fantastic series. Seiko, let me know what you think, man.
I'm really happy because I don't play really good against Furia, but I play really good against Energy, so I'm happy. And Furia lost against Renegade, so we have to play tiebreaker, so that's cool.
If that ain't a fact, hey, Metza, let me know what you feeling.
Relief, I think. When it gets to those Game 5 situations, a lot of stress is around, but like when it gets released, the stress at the end of the game, it's like no feeling.
Nah, I felt that completely. All right, man, back and forth series. I know I hear the hype now. I think you guys bounced back from your previous day. It was a rough loss, but Renegades defeated Furia. Are you ready for a rematch?
Of course, of course. See you in the pitch, Furia.
Oh, yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. Ready for a rematch?
Yeah, obviously, when we get to play them again, I think it's such a relief that we actually lost the first one, because now we're the underdogs going up against them. So, exciting match for sure.
100%. Hey, Seiko, I got a question for you, bro. Is this game like free play to you, or like, because it's flip reset after flip reset, musty after musty? Nobody knows what you're going to do next. Is it free play?
Not really, not really. I just try my best.
Just try your best. And that's all we ask. Continue to try your best, because like it really is the best, all right? Metza, known for your leadership, your veterancy. Come on, man. When you guys are going down, what do you say to bring your team back?
I say some swear words, and then let's go. This is our game now, okay? Our game.
Yo, come on, man. That's exactly what you need to do, you feel me? All right, so listen, man. Whew. How crucial was this win for your confidence moving forward? You guys are going to play in SoFi Stadium, the YouTube theater. How crucial was this win for you guys?
I don't understand.
It was very crucial. I don't think we are confirmed at the YouTube theater, but whatever. But like, definitely very important. And like, if we went into the lower tiebreaker against Renegades, that would be so nerve-wracking for you to play for your tournament live. So I'm very happy for this, even though we didn't know exactly how the other game went. But yeah, this turns out perfectly for us for sure.
All right, man. Hey, listen. Hopefully you guys continue to build on this momentum. I love seeing you guys play, exciting gameplay. And more exciting gameplay coming your way after this break.
ロサンゼルスに来た感想は、すごいワクワクしているとともに緊張している部分も少しあります。そうですね、自分たちでも信じられないような感じでした。他のチームのリプレイとか見て、自分たちのプレーにも活かせるように、そういったことをやっていました。すごい和やかな雰囲気、和気あいあいとした雰囲気だと思います。例えばチームで元気になれる時、失点した時にチームで元気になれるように大丈夫とかみんなを落ち着かせるような、ここに入れることになったことがまずすごい嬉しい。ここまでの経験とか努力が積み重なってできたものだなと思ってすごい嬉しいです。ファースト最初の年で可能性がやっぱ無限にあるってことなので、ここからどんどん強くなっていくと思います。
It's like ice tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you, you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. Frozen in my dream, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us whole, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you, you break me, holding our love in chains of gold.
This major is super important because at the end of the day, lands is what everyone cares about. So doing well here now that we're here to prove ourselves is very important to us. Our goal for the major, I think, is definitely like top 8 minimum and try to go from there. We know we're coming in as a bit of an underdog, but we're sticking to the same game plan that won us our last regional event to qualify here. I think we can do better than people think we will.
Listen for beast mode! Brilliant from version 1! Look at the communication, it's flawless.
For us to finally make the major, I mean, one big thing that most people probably point out is that we picked up beast mode. Everyone knew he was just absolutely insane. His mechanics are insane, his reads are insane, and a lot of people tried him out because everyone knew he was still nuts, and we're pretty glad that he picked us because he's just literally one of the best players in NA, and I'm confident saying that.
Do they continue with the demos, or do they just rely on beast mode to be an absolute menace on offense? This man is an animal!
I think other teams should fear us because we're just going to go out there and play like we got nothing to lose. I think that's our mental going into this, and Calm's going out there, he sounds confident, he's probably going to get like 3 demos per game. Beast Mode's probably going to do something insane. I think we're going to be a confident team, and people are going to have to look out for us.
Welcome back, everybody, to the RLCS Winter Major B stream. Myself and Subi Smash with me here in the booth, and we have quite the matchup. Version 1 been on an absolute tear, and everybody's favorite APAC team, Detonator. It's going to be a good one, Subi.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Detonator play once again, but Version 1 has looked monstrous this weekend. It has been impressive. And for Detonator, they need to get a win here if they want to keep the dreams alive and possibly force something crazy. I don't know if it's still in the realm of possibility, but hey, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, for sure. So, tell you what, let's go ahead and get right into the matchup graphics, see what we've got working with, and overall across this series. Beast Mode, as we saw on the break plate there, Turtle saying Beast Mode's been a menace, and yes, he's been absolutely on fire throughout the course of this major so far.
Yeah, and on the side of Detonator, all eyes are going to be on Olpix. I think he is the one that's going to be the standout player. Burn has been the one normally scoring a lot of goals, but it all starts with Olpix and Mekon just kind of putting their heads down and looking for demos, living up to that Detonator name.
And they're going to have a lot of trouble handling a lot of the physicality, I think, coming out of version 1. They've been getting more and more physical, slowly but surely. But that being said, Detonator, as per their namesake, 4.7 demos per game, generally outdoing version 1. But this will be quite an interesting thing to see how the defense of Detonator is able to handle an approach like version 1. I think Torment could have a lot of shooting opportunities following up out of the midfield, but Detonator, it'll be interesting to see how that clear game is working.
Yeah, and it's very difficult for a team from APAC coming in facing one of the fastest teams in North America and one with, beast mode. You heard Torment talking about it. Beast mode, one of the most mechanical players in the world, if not, obviously North America. But for Detonator, that change of speed is something that's different. They're used to being able to chase down their opponents. You see the demos on screen, but for them to be able to try and chase down version 1, we saw it yesterday when they were playing where they're chasing for demos, kind of putting themselves out of position, and I'm curious to see if they've kind of learned from that, and they're going to change up their gameplay.
And they've put together a couple of pretty decent performances on stream already with wins against FaZe Clan, and we'll see if they can up that further here and try and put a little more pressure on version 1. It's going to be fun to watch, but we have to know what you guys at home are thinking there. We need to know it. Twitch chat or YouTube chat, wherever you happen to be, there's a bunch of chats. Let us know what you guys think with the Verizon fan vote. It'll be hashtag V1 and a hashtag, I believe it's DET if memory serves correct.
DTN?
DTN.
Close.
I was close. That's all right.
It's all right.
Good job, Subi. I'm glad you're paying attention.
I forgive you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
But yes, get your hashtags into the chat. Let us know who you think is going to win. Subi, I suppose while we get those votes tallied up, obviously we have to ask you what you think.
Well, I really, really want Detonator to win. I am just pulling for them. Whenever they are playing, it is all smiles. But unfortunately, I don't think the smiles are going to last too long going up against version 1. I have to back version 1 here, but just know, deep down in the back of my heart, I'm going to be rooting for Detonator.
Deep down in the back of my heart. I'm with you there, too. I would like to see Detonator put on a good show here, but have to favor version 1, obviously. Version 1 been playing incredibly well since the end of even Regional 3. They come out here, doesn't look like they've slowed down hardly at all, so definitely have to be favoring them coming into this one. But Detonator, I have full confidence that they will come out here and make version 1 work for it, as they've made everybody work for everyone that they've got against them. So, let's see what you guys in chat think, and I'm curious. Detonator, the first time I saw a vote against them, it was quite high. It's going to be quite high again.
Yeah.
So 45% of you at home want Detonator to win, and I'll be honest, I'm here for it.
Yep, fan favorites for sure. And I'm curious to see how version 1 is going to pop off. Obviously, yesterday against FaZe, they were very vocal, but they realized we can get in their heads and we can tilt them. Against an APAC team, are they going to be the same? Because, I mean, there is that language gap, that barrier, and also, why? You know that you're the favorites. Do you need to do it? Do you need to try and get in their heads? I'm curious to see if Calm's going to be the Calm from yesterday.
Yeah, I'm also wondering how aggressive version 1 is willing to be, because a lot of games, at least today, that I've been watching and play out, it seems that teams that have sat on the driver's seat, got an early lead, haven't tried to press particularly hard, and I'm wondering if version 1 is kind of going to step off the gas a little bit if they get on an early lead and kind of just camp this one out, fight for balls on the sidewall. But no more dilly-dallying. Let's go ahead, get on into the match. Game 1, version 1 versus Detonator. Let's go ahead and see what the game has in store for us, Subi.
Yeah, and right out of the gates, nice kickoff there for Detonator, as they called that one out going back right, and Burn takes it off the back wall. And again, Burn is going to be the scorer for this Detonator squad. Keep your eyes peeled for him, and Olpix and Mikan are both going to be going forward looking for demos. But again, maybe they've learned from yesterday. Maybe they're going to change their game style.
Version 1, early rattling shot off the crossbar. Currently sitting comfortably in the orange half of the field, and we've seen version 1 do this throughout the course of the major. Very comfortable back passing and keeping it in check. Torment really trying to tongue-tie the defense. Beast Mode not able to jam it through Mikan there on the goal line. And so far, stingy defense from Detonator, but version 1 definitely trying to apply the maximum amount of pressure. Olpix not able to get through Beast Mode, up early for that challenge.
Yeah, and you see Mikan waiting patiently back, realizing how dangerous Calm is. Infield pass over to Torment and just off of the crossbar, and we've got a fast break opportunity. Here comes Mikan going over the top of Beast Mode, and they score first. Detonator take the lead.
They were very close to getting caught out on their own there. Mikan, great read, seeing the shot was wide, let it bounce and popped it back over the midfield, and one-on-one in the midfield with a strong shot over the shoulder. Detonator out in front.
And great field awareness as well, recognizing the Beast Mode had pushed up just a little too far forward and noticed, hey, I could get this shot over him and just toss that ball downfield.
As version 1 in the hole early. Pretty decent challenges overall. However, Torment shipped towards the backboard, can't find the second touch. Burn wisely taking his time on his transition there, trying to stay as close as possible. Mikan giving a little bit of ground, realizing he may have gone too far, still able to get up and poke that one to safety. Close call, but Detonator retain in the lead as Burn, great takeaway. And they get there on transition. Calm already on the back wall. No dice for Detonator just yet.
Yeah, and yesterday when they were playing up against Team Queso, I was also impressed with, almost going in. I was impressed with how well they played. Sure, Team Queso scored at will, but they also did a great job on offense on their own, and they just really had problems with that transition defense. And great save there from Olpix.
Gonna have to make a couple more. Tournament continuing to try and put pressure on in the corner. Beast Mode in support as well. Calm now not able to stick that ball in the midfield and keep it on the orange side. Detonator looking for opportunities now in the version 1 half.
Oh, Olpix misreads that one up the wall, and Torment gonna have an opportunity, and Mikan meets him at the angle of approach. Great challenge there, and here comes Burn off of his own wall. That one gets a little bit away from him. Torment just throwing that ball up, a little bit of an honesty check, and here comes Mikan, gets that side boost, gets it over the last defender, but just off of his mark.
Yeah, good job, though, getting through that midfield line, making sure that they are keeping the defense of version 1 relatively honest, because they have broken through that midfield line, put themselves in 2-on-1, 1-on-1 situations a couple of times now. And that could force version 1 to give them a bit more respect on the defensive side of things.
Oh boy. Almost got him again.
Yeah, he was looking for a little help, but I think Mikan realized he wasn't going to be able to quite get there, decided to peel out, steal some boost, at least try and control the pitch a little more as Torment trying to get physical there and see if he could bump Burn off that ball, and version 1 going to be able to start some type of offensive performance.
Follow-up.
This one is not quite in time. Beast Mode able to get back, jam that one out into the corner. Calm needs a little help as well, and version 1 having to work hard here to keep the Detonator team out of the net.
Yeah, but version 1 definitely learning from their first volley of the game of pushing everyone forward and really immediately just saying, okay, we've got to respect this Detonator team. We realize that they can score, and especially if we leave that back line open, they're just going to push that ball downfield, and haven't made that same mistake yet again, but Detonator still up by 1 as we near the last minute.
Time a factor. Indeed, for version 1 here, gonna have to start getting more aggressive. Mikan, nice aggressive clear out of his backboard. Beast Mode trying to put a lot of pressure and trying to make the defense think about the reads that they need going towards the ceiling. Is Calm gonna need a little help there. Mikan, great job breaking it up. Floater towards the net, it's gonna ping off the crossbar. Olpix not able to muscle it through Torment coming across the goal line, and he's through the midfield as well. Can he get one more beat up Mikan here? Really trying to slow it down, and Beast Mode's just gonna drill through everybody.
Yeah, he just gets a great 50-50 on the goal line, and what are you gonna do there? But great initial setup from Torment, dishes off the ball, and takes Mikan out of the picture. Beast Mode tying version 1 up here in game number 1.
Nice job from version 1, able to squeeze an equalizer, out of the game that's been actually pretty tough for them to find chances, but out of nowhere, they're going to get a second shot on target. Calm not able to get it done. Burn going to have to scramble back here. And Mikan needs a little help trying to get physical, see if he can blow up some defenders. Olpix towards the back post. Okay. Beast Mode across the goal line. You thought for a second, Suvi.
I thought for a minute it was just going to somehow sneak its way through. Final 10 seconds, and Burn trying to set up his teammate. Mikan causing disruption on the goal line. Ball goes down. Beast Mode sends it back into the corner, and looks like Torment trying to just send this one down. And let's see if Burn keeps it alive. No, elects to just send us into overtime in game number 1.
Not a bad idea letting that one fall. You don't want to make a mistake.
Oh boy.
Out of your own half, a kickoff one-on-one. Olpix his beat. Crossbar down and in. Version 1 gonna convert on the kickoff.
You hate to see it if you're a Detonator fan. The flick comes out and Olpix just a little too low, but good heads-up play for Torment. And I love the fact that he kind of just sat on the goal line, realized it was going to hit the crossbar in case he needed to clean it up. Wasn't the case, but good veteran play there from Torment.
And you know you've got the time to do it as well, straight off kickoff like that, because someone's going to be out in the corner grabbing boost. And tough break there for Detonator, following so closely that just not able to react on such an awkward kickoff line. But what can he do? I actually think Detonator played a pretty solid game there. A lot of shot opportunities, not quite as many as version 1, but certainly no shortage of breaking out, getting onto the blue half, and like I was talking about, keeping version 1 honest.
Yeah, and for Detonator, they're doing a great job against North America. They have kept things very, very tight outside of that game 4 yesterday against FaZe Clan, where it was 7-1. But right now, going blow for blow with version 1, and all it came down to was just a simple mistake off of the kickoff where you pushed too far forward. What are you going to do there?
And hopefully they get a few more opportunities in the hands of Burn. 0-0-1-1 across the scoreboard. So seeing if we can get the real 3-man effort going for Detonator. They were close to coming up with a few of those demos and really putting the pressure on that version 1 defense a couple of times. Felt like they were sitting on the goal line there, and if things happened just a little bit differently, game 1 story could have been turned on its ear. In version 1, I think you do have to be careful heading into game 2 here.
Well, 9 shots in game 1 against version 1. Not too shabby, especially with the amount of offensive pressure that version 1 is so well known for. Normally we're used to seeing teams just get boxed in, and not even have an opportunity at getting shots on target. So Detonator taking advantage. Calm gets a demo on the back line, and Torment going to squeeze that one through.
No easy road here for Olpix to get through this one, as Calm definitely beats out Mikan with a solid demo. And Olpix, he was coming in from that left-hand corner of the screen and just didn't have a good way to get behind that ball and really get it out to safety. Decided to try and let it roll, see if he could get it some extra time, but version 1 all over it, and this time up early. not having to work so hard, and this is what I was really wondering about, whether or not version 1 going to take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit and just try and challenge the game into really drive things towards a stalemate, or if they keep applying that pressure after they get a goal or two.
You know, it's the Winter Major. I don't think you let your foot off that gas one bit, especially against Detonator. They showed you how close they can keep things, and they showed you that they're not scared to just go forward and try and take that lead from you. So for version 1, don't slow down, because as you see, Olpic slinging in from who knows where to try and get a challenge on that ball, and Calm up over 1. Makan gets the save, and Calm did get that assist 15 seconds into the game, and Calm looks like gonna get his first goal as well, and version 1 starting to get things rolling.
Really nice challenge for version 1 here. They get the demo on the back line, and Beast Mode is just coming through that corner and gets the ball popped straight back into his nose as Calm trying to rotate out and play a little defense. Oh, sick. The ball's right here.
Oh,
look what I found. That one right in, so gotta love Beast Mode just winning a challenge through.
Oh, boy.
And, Detonator. They could have got their revenge on the kickoff, but taken out.
Oh, well, and it's unfortunate because Burn was the one that inflicted the demo on Calm, but if he was a little bit left or right, gets through him and maybe gets a shot on target or a goal, but still. Version 1 going to start the box-in process as Calm wraps through, gets Olpix out of the picture, coming down off the ceiling, gets the flip over to Torment. And when they start hitting those infield passes, things start to get really tricky for version 1's opponents.
Nice pressure here out of the midfield from Detonator. Burn, very favorable pass into the middle. Unfortunately, Mikan on the opposite end. Olpix a little worried about that one being on target. Thankfully offline as support from his teammates rotating back into the middle. And version 1 really starting to set up shop here at the midfield line. Torment not the cleanest approach to that ball, however. Just kind of eased off the gas a little bit. Calm, uncontested with Mikan having to dodge a demo, still able to make the save.
And so far, we're almost halfway through game number 2, and Detonator only 1 shot on target. Like I was talking about, version 1 so keen to really just box their opponents in, and the best defense is a good offense, and version 1 is just ringing that one true as Torment comes, sends that shot flying away, only the second for Detonator, and it's racing back to defense for Team Detonator.
Going to be a little bit of an awkward sequence here. Nobody's in a particularly good spot to handle an approach from version 1. They've done a nice job to keep it close to them and make sure version 1 just doesn't have an uncontested push. Towards the wall, Mikan and Burn trying to suss out who's going to actually be the one to come down with that touch. They work it through back onto the blue half, but still not quite having the field presence to push forward and really get in that V1's defense face to really put the pressure on him. Good save from Olpix. And that's what you really need to see from Detonator, going even further forward to really stop version 1 before they can really clear that ball out to safety and figure out where that next challenge is coming from.
Yeah, and Calm gets 2 demos to clean things up, and just a little too wide to the left. Detonator trying to get things going here in game number 2 is looked very comfortable in 1, and not the best pass from Calm there. A little too much mustard behind that one is Burn. Going to try and snap shoot, gets that pass off the back wall, and Makan goes up and in, but Beast Mode comes out of the goal, gets the save, and another to keep version 1 in this game.
2 up as well. Great couple of passes from Detonator. Olpix hoping to get a demo from his teammate, comes up empty and still held at bay on the version 1 goal line. Gotta love the defense as towards the net. Olpix in time to make the stop. And Detonator, again, a couple of really nice approaches. They're oh so close to cracking that egg. Mikan needs a little help here, but Beast Mode really nice timing on his approach up the wall and just taking it with authority out past and over the midfield line.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not playing horseshoes, so close isn't going to cut it. Detonator really need to hone in on that mark, and it's difficult against version 1. So calm, cool, collected on that back line, and we're not seeing double commits at all. And the trust is definitely there within this team and the communications. And when you add all 3 of those up, it is just such a hard team to get past on that back line.
Detonator feel like if they just can get a little more pace going, really meet version 1 at the challenges, as that is a double tap from Torment, just able to squeeze it over the defender's head, and drive that one into the orange net.
Oh, tough one for Olpix. Almost catches up. But Torment, too good on the double tap, and he is starting to feel that there is going to be a live crowd this weekend. We hope that we're going to see you there, but if you know anything about Rocket League, you know Torment shows up when it's time to play.
Tough end to game 2 here. Calm with 0 seconds, so it can go in the montage. Got it in under the wire. Nice shot there. Just catching again. Detonator out on the kickoff, off grabbing boost, and not quite in time to get back and make a save. Version 1, 2 games now, where they've definitely kept Detonator at arm's reach. But again, the shot differential definitely in version 1's favor. A respectable couple of pushes from Detonator, and it just feels like they need that little more aggressive edge or positioning, whatever it may be, to get them slightly further up the pitch before they're trying to get over version 1 head. That way that midfield challenge game is going to come in a little bit sooner. And version 1 just have that small gap of time where Detonator just don't have anybody in position on that blue half. And that's giving version 1 all the leeway they need to break out and not let Detonator ever really start an extended stay.
Yeah, and it just really, for me, it boils down to the speed difference. I mean, you say one little thing in the corner, and it just opens up the big picture for version 1, and that's all it really takes. And it's going to be hard for Detonator to learn that on the fly, and I don't expect them to be able to come out in Game 3 and match version 1 blow for blow, but you can try and change up the game speed. Yes, they might be faster, but if you can find a few demos, you're going to slow them up immensely.
They're very close. Detonator's right on the edge of giving themselves a lot of great opportunities on target. If those demos start connecting, who knows? Maybe they walk away with a game here. Try and make this one a series. Great kickoff for them. Burn over but pumped off the ball, and that's the most frustrating thing. You get a nice challenge. That's a good idea, but Beast Mode saw it coming, picked it off, and he's going to turn it in.
Not much you can do against that. The idea was there, but showed his hand just a little too early in Beast Mode. Right place, right time, reads that one, sends it down the field between the dotted lines.
Like the idea. Like you said, though, tip the hand slightly too soon. That car language. You can see him angle himself.
It's universal no matter which region you're in.
Exactly. As we see Detonator here, figuring out how they want to approach the defense. Like how proactive they're being on the defensive half. It's really just the follow-through on the clear that's been their downfall. Nice challenge from Calm, able to win the race to the ball in the midfield. Great catch from Olpix, not able to win the second challenge versus Beast Mode. He's through everybody, going for the demo on Mikan to just make it as easy as possible for his team, but Detonator able to bob and weave and escape danger.
Yeah, Mikan showing great car control there, able to hit that brake button, and that one just off target, and Mikan sends it to the side anyway, as Olpix just trying to get out of this orange half, and looks like Detonator going to try and start some offense here. Can't quite get the touch in Beast Mode, just going to go back downfield. Look for a flip reset, finds it, but can't find the angle, but Torment sure can, and version 1 up by 2.
Mikan was in a pretty tight spot here. He started going forward right when Beast Mode popped that one up, and I think as he was headed back, was so focused on just stopping that approach, and he did a nice job defending that first attempt on target, but just didn't know a second one was coming right behind it off the bounce off the wall. Nothing he could do. And version 1 again, up 2 before 3.5 minutes. And we'll see if Detonator can turn on the Jets here.
Yeah, with how fast version 1 challenges that ball, if you're on Detonator, you got to think, do they have 4 guys on the field? Are they playing with a sub too? Like, it's just crazy how fast there always is someone there to challenge that ball. And maybe that's where Detonator could steal something out of version 1's book, to have someone push forward when they're trying their offensive push, because no way, Calm just absolutely demolishes the back line. I mean, Detonator.
A really nice job from Calm, like you say, up the back wall, and Olpix don't even think he was thinking that was an option at the time, was expecting a teammate to come up with a challenge as that ball hit the floor, and somehow Calm just got around him, and Olpix kind of hamstrung as he tried to get back into position. But you were making a great point about, you know, there being not a lot of space for a Detonator to really get set on defense before version 1 is there. And that's truly something that North America had a lot of trouble with at the previous major, with Europe being right on top of so many challenges. And you can see version 1 is definitely taking a page out of the European playbook. Is squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Yes, a lot of changes were made in the offseason for almost the entirety of North America because they realized they just didn't match up well against Europe. And you can see the changes starting to come into play, especially with this version 1 team. I mean, coming in and finding the success that they have and just dominating teams like they have. I think they're going to hold up really well against all the other regions.
Detonator, seeing if they can just get one rolling past the goal line. Not quite enough juice on it. Olpix going to avoid a demo. Unfortunately, the shot not quite able to beat out Torment. A little slow fake and a nice clear calm. Definitely no help here. This is just version 1, seeing if they can retain possession here on the orange half. Olpix doing a nice job to clear the ball, but Mikan kind of had to give up a little bit of position. He was in danger of getting demoed, and he's still having to fight off Torment. He forces Beast Mode to chip it over. It's off the crossbar. Burn is just in time to tip that one out to safety. And thankfully, a free ball, but Burn's a little slow, expecting Olpix to come up with it. Beast Mode, can you get back to it? Mikan in time. Nice save from Detonator, but you thought Beast Mode had something special.
Oh, it looked like it. He was winding up like he had a direct line on that ball. Olpix going to try and jump over Calm. Burn does the same and looked like a little bit of a fast break opportunity here for Mikan and company, but Beast Mode puts it into the corner just to slow it up enough, and Beast Mode puts it back towards center field and gets the demo for good measure.
Mikan needs a little help from Burn here. They just missed the pinch. The demo on the back line as well.
Oh boy.
Gonna blunt the effectiveness of this approach as Burn needing to give back a little bit of control to Mikan there. Nice demo from Beast Mode. Calm, considering how best to apply pressure, and now it's keep away for version 1. Only 40 seconds or so remaining. And Beast Mode not wanting to even think about trying to jam that one through with so many people right in front of him. It's Detonator. Last hurrah here with 35 left.
And doesn't look like it is going to happen for Detonator, but could get one last goal here in the Winter Major just to take home with them. 20 seconds to go, and offense coming at a premium for him here. Only 3 shots on target, and they're looking for a 4th right now.
Very well-controlled series for version 1 overall. Detonator, a lot of fans for everybody at home on how this one was going to play out. It was a pleasure to get to see them here in the major. A couple of brilliant games against some tough opposition, but currently at the moment not a match for version 1. 3-0 for Beast Mode, Torment, and Calm. And they've just been on a tear, and so it continues. Version 1 looking great coming up for the weekend.
Version 1 just completely taking a stranglehold over Group A and dominating through the group stages. Absolutely impressive for them. And I've got to say, I think the pickup of Beast Mode was a pretty decent one.
I think he was pretty good.
Not too shabby.
I have to give a lot of credit. In between the splits, Jorby was saying Beast Mode's a brilliant pickup, and I was like, I don't know, man. Beast Mode's okay. But he was like, no, Beast Mode's going to be great. Yes, Jorby, you're correct.
No,
Beast Mode's been amazing.
You don't ever tell Jorby
I
he was
know,
correct.
but he earned it.
Okay, fair
he
enough.
called
fair
it
enough.
so early. I had to give it to him. And
Fair
yes,
enough.
Beast Mode's been a brilliant pickup for him. But as far as having Detonator out here, it's been a true joy getting to come and watch them play some international Rocket League. Again, experience incredibly valuable.
Yes.
I mean, South America, they came out, a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Now you see OCE starting to make real pushes, South America making real pushes towards the top, and it's the slow and steady buildup of all the expansion regions here in the RLCS, and we're glad to have had Detonator come out here and play, and thank you so much for playing.
Yeah, it's been such an honor to cast their games. It has been so fun to watch them, and like you said, it is just awesome to have them come aboard and how all of these regions starting to climb up. Remember back in the day when it was like, oh yeah, OCE, that's an automatic win. Oh, South America, no problem. And then you got Furia this week, and you're thinking, what is going on here? Just incredible to have the amount of regions that we do in Rocket League. I mean, we truly are just encompassing the entire globe.
Yeah, and we will be trying to get a brief interview with a player from Detonator. I believe Subi Smash is going to be handling that, and they will have an interpreter. And as soon as they get over here, we will have that for you shortly. So, in short, it's been a true joy, and I believe we have him here. Kite kurite. Arigatou gozaimashita.
GG, Olpix. And I've got to ask right away, how was it coming to the Winter Major and getting to play against all of these teams?
そうですね、もともと出場権すらなかった状態からのスタートだったので、すごい緊張してたんですけど、今出せる分の力は全部出して、次につながる試合になったかなと思います。
Oh, we would love to have you back here again. It was such a joy, such an honor. And coming out and getting a win over FaZe Clan, how did you guys feel yesterday after that?
今までアジアのチームが1勝もできなかった中で、こうやって1勝取れたってことが、このアジアの成長、アジアのチームの成長を一つは示せたかなというところと、今後はまた1シリーズ取れるように努力していきたいと思います。
Absolutely, we would love to see a series win. And I've got to ask, how have you enjoyed California?
すごい楽しくて、あとバーガーがとても美味しくて、また来たいなと思います。
Yes, yes, yes. In-N-Out is best fast food burger you can get. I want you to not even debate it because it's a truth. But any other plans while you're here, other than, I mean, obviously watching the Winter Major in the stands, cheering for everyone out there. Any other big plans while you're here?
見る他に、そうですね、他の NA のチームとかとまたスクリームしたりして、すごいいろいろ経験を積んで帰りたいなと思います。
Well, I don't know if you guys could hear that. I asked what they want to do for fun. He wants to scrim more NA teams, and that is just a thing of beauty, always wanting to continue the grind. And Olpix, it has been an honor to call your games, and we hope to see you here next spring major.
Yes, I'm coming. Okay.
All right, with that, it has been Detonator getting out of the tournament, but they learned tons of valuable experience. We hope you don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break.
Blueberry short stack?
Got any games on your phone?
It's 3 a.m. I need a taquito. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. Slurpee, light bulbs, antifreeze. Here's your order, nacho cheese. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. Tippy driver.
This might not be your car. And this might not be your engine. Maybe this isn't your morning routine. And maybe these aren't your coworkers. Perhaps these aren't your standard driving conditions. Far from it. But this is your oil, which means you're one of us, doesn't it? For serious engines, on and off the track, upgrade to Mobil 1.
FaZe for a loop. You see that FaZe, their defense, sometimes they tend to double commit. Sometimes they tend to panic a little bit on defense, and sometimes that extra self-pass off the corner, off the wall can really make it difficult for FaZe Clan, and that has been the case. FaZe now will have to stop this surging Team Queso offensively, who has been so deadly.
And again, there's been shining moments here for FaZe. It's not the offense that's failing them, it's the defense. That's what's really come back to bite them.
And now, Corelli, we have Game 5 brought to you by Lamborghini. FaZe and Team Queso have been back and forth, but it's going to be decided here and now.
An unbelievable series so far. It's been back and forth, James. Queso's had FaZe's number, FaZe back the other way. But one more game to decide this group.
All eyes are on Joyo to see if he can pull off more miraculous plays. Will Sipical be able to deliver now what he was able to do earlier?
The numbers not in FaZe Clan's favor. 3-3 in game 5s and 7s. This split, Queso 10-2.
That seems like Queso has the ice. This is when it really counts, Corelli, at the major on LAN. Can Queso still do it? First killer, high lob, Joyo flip reset. But AJ able to shut that down, but you saw Joyo still able to get back to that ball and make it difficult for the defense. Typical, the miss on the backboard, rebound out.
Here comes Matira.
Still in front of net. AJ, a panic jump off the back wall, won't make contact. Rise, backboard pass, and gets the corner boost steal. But somehow FaZe Clan are able to escape with their lives. And you see a team bump from Rise. It's starting to get hectic out there on Champions Field, and Joyo will strike true, getting the first goal of Game 5.
It's dicey on both sides, but Rise with 2 demos opens up the space, and Joyo just sneaks it by AJ. Queso opening up the scoring here first in Game 5.
And you see how devastating that must be for AJ. You even saw the boost trail of the ball turn to orange. AJ flipping right around it, so close to getting the touch.
Man, he's running away.
Joyo will do it quickly off kickoff, chips it around AJ, and then Sipical. What do you do? I thought, why not stop the backboard bounce Sipical going into the net? You'll wonder if nerves were playing a factor on that decision from Sipical on how to defend it. It is a tough situation to be in after AJ gets beat on the chip.
Really confused at some of these defensive fronts from FaZe. Is it their doing? Is Queso that good on offense? The answer is certainly yes on that one. The FaZe have stubbed their toe multiple times defensively. And now Queso just working it from their own side. FaZe very conservatively on attack. His first killer wants to try and get a hold of this one up the wall. Queso players chasing after him. This one dangerously comes out the first. He'll put it on target, but Joyo with a huge save.
Joyo like a spider monkey all over that upper 90. I didn't even see him till he got the save. Joyo, huge play defensively for Team Queso. Has both goals, denied the one scoring chance for FaZe so far. And now we see Vitira dodging the bump. Rise with the breakaway. Open that goal, and Queso are up by 3.
And FaZe really pushing it here on offense. You talked about Queso getting inside the heads of FaZe. You wonder if that's coming into this Game 5, because FaZe looking extra jumpy to get that offense going past halftime. Queso running away with it.
This looks to be insurmountable for FaZe Clan. Less than half the game left to go. Team Queso, they might not be done scoring yet. They've got a 3-goal lead. Batir trying to bump AJ off the ball. Something has to give for FaZe Clan to get back in it.
I don't know if they're going to get that. Queso stopping them every step of the way. In the midfield, they've been denying. In FaZe, they've been able to scoop the ball into the box a few times. But you see Joyo denying the big clear from AJ. Here comes Vatira. He'll put it through. It's 4-0 Queso.
And you can see the fierceness from Vatira on the cams, getting loud. And that shot, oh, something to be proud of. Upside down, banging it in. And Team Queso have run away with Game 5.
Dyer here for FaZe. Time not on their side. The offense not working. Defensively crumbling against Queso late in this series. That one's poked towards the net.
No
and
boost.
A pre-flip with no boost. AJ will get there. And FaZe trying to break out, but met by Queso every step of the way.
And Rise, you saw the wave dash on the side, almost able to get to that ball. Now the control from Vatira, pops it over first killer. Rebound out to Joyo, now hits off the backboard, Sipical up. It's all FaZe Clan can do to just clear the ball, and they need to score 4.
A minute left on the clock here. FaZe haven't even scored 1. They've got to get down the field. Space spot for Sipical, tried to pass it over to first killer. A weak one here from AJ. Sipical not able to get the touch. First killer tries to keep it in play for FaZe. And Vatira will run out the clock here, taking his sweet time. As FaZe, they need something now.
FaZe still getting denied on the goal line, and AJ will punch one in. Still hope. There is still hope. It is a big mountain to climb. 36 seconds, 3 goals. Corelli, I think we will need to see a kickoff strat here if FaZe has any shot.
I think you're going to need divine intervention, James. Is really what FaZe are going to need. Because right now, it's all Queso. And one given back is not enough to take them down. Queso have battled back in this series, and in Game 5 have taken over.
And it was this player here, Joyo. Joyo, so good. Starting out with 2 goals and then getting that massive save to prevent FaZe Clan from getting back within striking distance of Team Queso. Joyo, play after play after play. Man of the match for me, Corelli.
Oh, yeah.
And Team Queso has made a statement, going the distance against FaZe Clan and getting the win commandingly here in Game 5.
One back for FaZe, but that's all they're gonna get. Queso coming out on top here in Game 5. What a match we just saw. FaZe, they were shaky on defense. Queso didn't have the best start, but once they got into this series after that first game, they looked a lot better.
They certainly did, and we saw the defensive mistakes from both sides. That was a bit uncharacteristic, that we were wondering how that was going to play out. Will Team Queso start to pop off? How will FaZe react? Early on, impressed with FaZe's composure. We saw especially Sipical in some games step up, make plays, get wins for FaZe, but then again in Game 5, when it's all on the line, not able to come through.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about some of the criticisms that people had about Sipical yesterday, and I think today he played a great series here for FaZe. Just defensively as a collective, it just didn't come out for them. Offensively, still FaZe very lethal here, but again, you're going to see some of these replays where you just see FaZe leaving the net open, and of course Queso's going to come through and just walk right in.
These, I mean, just looking at these shots, I would not want to be a defense trying to keep Team Queso at bay. They really started to hit their stride, and, you know, particularly Joyo, defensively, offensively, pick whatever part of the game you want. He was so impressive. One of the plays that really stuck out to me was he was last man back, third man had to make the play. It was going to the backboard. When I'm playing, I'm happy if I can just deny the backboard bounce. But when Joyo able to deny the backboard bounce, take it into an air dribble, and beat the next defender, and be able to get his teammate a scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
So it was remarkable.
He certainly has been a special player here for Queso, and in fact, I believe we got Johnny Boy sitting next to him. Talk about this match.
Yeah, thank you. I am indeed joined by man of the match, Joyo. But I've got to ask, how did you suddenly level up like this? Was it the preset change? Was it the vibes? You got to explain, because when I start off slow, I stay at that level. But you just went from, you know, for you, not that great, and now suddenly the best in the world. How do you do that?
all in my team. They give me such confidence. They're just great, honestly. They help me in game. They help me get my confidence up. They always tell me you're the best player in the world, and it helps so much when I'm playing. Honestly, when we scream and just like get hyped, it just makes me feel so good, and I play better when I do that.
Yeah, it looks like the getting hyped and getting loud is a big thing for all the teams here. You know, FaZe were doing that a little bit. Were you guys hearing that and thinking we've got to do something to stop that?
We weren't really listening to them, to be honest. We just focus on ourselves, but we scream when we score, but we don't notice the screams when we get scored on. We just focus up and get ready for the next game.
So that locks in second place. V1 have taken top spot. They beat Detonator. So you're waiting for third place in Group B. Or sorry, no, you're not. I'm getting that mixed up. But you're now on the right track. How are you hoping for the lower bracket round 1 tomorrow? Are you just going to bring back the same energy you had today?
Sure, yeah, why not? I mean, we've done it in a regional before. There's no reason why we can't do it here.
And yeah, have you got anything you want to say to your friends back home? Anyone you want to shout out now that you're here, you're in LA, and you're living the dream?
Shout out my mum and dad. They've always supported me, and they always helped me on this journey here. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations, Joyo. Congratulations, Team Queso, on second place in the group. Join us after the break for the final match of the day.
I'm cold, steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said, don't suffer no fools. Serpents, they dream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey,
Nós queremos ser um dos melhores times do mundo, sim. Nós estamos aqui para vencer, porque sempre foi nosso sonho e viemos aqui sonhando com isso. E queremos isso. O sentimento de estar aqui é de muita felicidade, porque o sentimento de não poder participar do último Major foi muito ruim pra gente, porque a gente só ficou um ponto atrás da era na tabela, mas que agora a gente finalmente conseguiu, arrumamos tudo, conseguimos classificar.
Arriba más, contra Pam, Juan le dice que no, 5 segundos en el reloj, y el disparo es bueno, no se la creo, habían defendido.
Eu acho que os outros times têm que temer a gente porque a gente é novo e chegamos para surpreender eles. nós estamos trazendo um fator surpresa, porque ninguém sabe como nós jogamos. A BDS, nós nunca vimos eles jogar e também eles nunca viram a gente jogar. O segredo da Team Secret nós não podemos contar.
Disparo, portería, Pac la recibe. Unos segundos ahora, oportunidad de nadie hacer el pase. Cuidado con el ataque. Y esto no puede ser. No puede ser. No lo puedo creer. No me lo creo.
Hashtag vamos Secret, bora!
It is very, very simple. B-Stream comes to a close with a win and in. Evil Geniuses, Team Secret, stacks alongside Achieves for our last match on the B-Stream. There will be no B-Stream tomorrow with only the 2 tiebreakers. And then we move on to the YouTube theater. We are so close to bringing the fans back in, Achieves.
Almost, but we still got to play, as you like to say, all the games. And what was the scenario for this one, Stacks? As you said,
it
quite
is very simple. Win and in. Evil Geniuses win. They will go in as at least the number 3 seed and go into the lower bracket. But if Team Secret wins, then we will have both South American teams competing tomorrow. Furia already involved in a tiebreaker tomorrow against Endpoint. Team Secret trying to get into the lower bracket. And we'll see where the chips fall. These 2 teams have had quite the storied run here, especially Evil Geniuses. They had, I mean, look, they played out of their minds yesterday, and for all of that effort, Achieves, they're 0-2.
It's tough. And that being said, Team Secret, from what I've been hearing from some of my fellow commentators who have casted some of their games already, Math has been playing incredibly well. And Evil Geniuses, as we've seen at this major already, like you said, worked so hard, not a lot to show for it, a defensive team. I've always been inclined to say that every South American team is very offensive-minded,
Yep.
and as you know, I favor offense. I do not think this is by any stretch of the imagination a free win for Evil Geniuses.
No, it is not. It's going to be a battle between these 2 squads, and what I'm curious to see is whether or not Evil Geniuses really let the ugly out here. Will they play a physical style that matches up with Team Secret? What do you think at home? Time now for our Verizon fan vote. Hey, words are hard. It's been a long day. It's been a long week here. Use the hashtag EG if you've got the European squad Evil Geniuses going through, or hashtag TS in the chat if you think Team Secret joins Furia on Friday with some extra action here going into day 3 of our major.
And I think for me, I do want to favor, believe it or not, Team Secret. A lot of people are going to be like, how can you not pick Evil Geniuses? But I don't know, man. You've got all these teams, Renegades, Secret, everybody that has been coming from outside of the U.S. has been working incredibly hard to make sure that they're coming here and dialed in.
What you got?
You put in the hard work. And I'm not saying Evil Geniuses hasn't done that. I just feel like there's a lot of value in picking Team Secret. I want to say upset potential because I think it's fair to favor Evil Geniuses. But I think there's a good 55% chance they win.
Wow. I can't believe you've done this. You have betrayed our rival series brethren. You have betrayed Rizex.
It's true.
Unbelievable. No, I got Evil Geniuses. They have come far too far to fall here. Evil Geniuses have to pull this off. Just the enormity of the situation, everything they've been through as a team up to this point. They've stuck together even when it would have been very easy to break up the team and drop someone, pick somebody else up along the way. I have to imagine Evil Geniuses pull it off. Let's see what the Verizon fan vote brought to us here. 75% have restored order to the universe. Thank you all. Thank you. Hey, we don't need to play the games anymore. That's it, right? We don't need to play the game.
Guys, come on. Okay, thank you. I got a couple extra percent.
There you go. Okay.
My outrage
Do
earned
you
a couple
feel better?
extra percent. I feel a little better. But I feel pretty good about thinking that this is going to be a much closer match because I really don't think Evil Geniuses can sit there and afford to be like, yep, we're going to play defense because I think you're honestly just going to get smashed. And I know that they're a good team, but I love aggression. I love the offense. I think Secret has a lot of really good tools, and I don't know if Evil Geniuses just has the attack the other way. And I, for once, feel fairly confident, believe it or not, in Team Secret's defense being able to keep them out of the net.
And I do worry about Evil Geniuses in this matchup because I talked about the physical play, and look, Team Secret absolutely brings that. Evil Geniuses does not. And, you know, we saw it against Team BDS. They had many opportunities to starve out BDS in their own zone. I hope Achieves has the magic touch because it ain't working for me.
No. Trust me. It happened to me yesterday. I just had to restart the game.
Oh, okay, sure. So
for once, it's actually our fault that we're not starting.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Caster, start the game. We're trying, I promise.
It's okay.
Now, you know, even against BDS, many opportunities to starve them out in their own zone, and they didn't take those opportunities. You know, it was a lot of kind of backing off, a little hesitation, especially. I mean, look, against Monkey Moon, it's hard not to hesitate because you're trying to figure out what in the world he's trying to do. And there's only one person in the world that can figure that out, and that's Monkey Moon. But, you know, against Team Secret here, I think it's going to be a much different look. I think Evil Geniuses will be a little more comfortable against this team. But Team Secret's going to do everything they can to be very, very disruptive against Evil Geniuses. We saw the number in the head-to-head comparison there, 3.7 demos per game. Don't worry, I got you.
I just realized you could say the password and it wouldn't matter.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why you were so secretive. Of course, because he's picking Team Secret.
You can never doubt it.
You
Well-kept
can
secret.
tell the players. There's a different emotion on their faces for this one. I think they realize, it's all fun and games at the start of all of this, and now it's come down to this one match. Somebody goes through into the bracket tomorrow. Somebody else gets to sit home and watch everything as it unfolds for the rest of the major. Here we go. Evil Geniuses, Team Secret. Our last match of the day is underway.
I am curious to see if Catalysm, who has been touted as the catalyst for this Evil Geniuses team, what he can bring. I've been a big fan of Ivan. He's been playing an incredibly solid... All right, fair enough. Nice shot, Rizex. I wanted to know what would happen. I thought the defense was going to get it done here, but that stalemate of a challenge just right into the middle. You couldn't ask for anything better, to be honest.
And hey, good instincts out of Knight. It's a challenge fastball. He guessed right, went up for it, but it's just too fast, too close. And it's Rizex starting things off for Evil Geniuses. Lobbing one to the backboard here. Math's got to get around Ivan, and does. We'll see if Ivan is a little more proactive on the defensive end or even on the attack. Against BDS, he certainly struggled, and a little bit of hesitation cost Evil Geniuses in the long run. He did have 2 clutch goals, though. One at the start of the series, and then he ended that historic 10-minute overtime. The longest in RLCS LAN history. Ivan, double sent away by Sad.
Really nice composure there from Sad on the goal line, and making sure to go out, take away some midfield boost, try and prevent Evil Geniuses from controlling a lot of the pitch, make sure that they don't get starved out. And to be fair, I said Team Secret has a lot of good tools to go and attack on offense, and I felt like their defense was going to be capable enough of stopping Evil Geniuses from scoring. However, getting out of their own half right now has proved quite difficult for them, and this may be their first try at it.
Oh, Sad, great pass to Math, and Ivan had the read, makes the save, and that's the difference in this series. Knight had the read, couldn't get there in time. Ivan did. He just got there in time to stop the shot. Rizex now to the backboard to save this ball.
Great control.
And he'll keep control with Sad, just waiting for him to make a mistake. None forthcoming, but there's a giveaway. Math couldn't line up a double. Ivan got up very quickly.
You can see Knight in the midfield as well, definitely positioning himself as if his teammate was going to win that challenge. You like to see the faith as there's the demo down in front, and Ivan clearing it strongly just to make sure that a little extra time for Evil Geniuses to get set on defense. But right now, Team Secret, after a tough first minute and a half or so, really started to at least settle in, get stuck over on that blue side, and now we'll see if they've made some adjustments here as they've gone on.
Rizex needs one more touch to get that out of the corner. He pops that all the way across, but it's only orange cars over there. Still, Ivan won the challenge, and he's threw one up there, and, well, Knight has this ball. Catalysm not allowed
there we go.
to get the rebound. Here's Math. Not many opportunities for Team Secret to get anything going towards the Evil Geniuses net. 1 or 2 good looks in the first 2.5 minutes, but it's been all Evil Geniuses holding only a 1-0 lead, and that's got to be concerning for EG. Despite all the pressure they've had, only getting the 1 strike through, still at arm's reach for Team Secret.
Concerning, but at the same time, certainly not out of the realm of normalcy for Evil Geniuses. They're not a team that scores a bunch of goals per game. I mean, 1, 2 goals is pretty much on par for how much they put in the back of the net. So I'm fairly comfortable, I would say, in playing 1-goal games.
As a fan, it's got to be absolutely infuriating. Version 1 fans can attest. As Math will bring this to the corner. Of course, Version 1 hadn't played too many close games in this tournament, as they've gone through their group in fine fashion. This ball thrown in front, nobody gets to it, so Ivan with a big, powerful clear, and he'll throw that a little bit wide and emphatically cleared away by Team Secret. This really has been kind of a track meet, just back and forth. Again, waiting for somebody to blink. And because Evil Geniuses don't play a very physical game, they're not going to disrupt much, as Sad will drop one through. The emotion coming through, and he's chirping a bit as he's tied up the series.
That was tough for Catalysm to handle. I think if he shoots that like as strong as he can, straight in the net, I think Catalysm actually gets that. The bounce probably threw him off more than anything, to be honest. So you gotta love the ability of Team Secret. Battle back, great double tap, and an awkward read for a defender. Just couldn't reach it into the top of the net.
Knight got up in time to block Catalysm, but it's Math who has to make the save coming back. More importantly, playing that over towards Sad. Gotta have some intentional play here in the defensive backfield. Demos will disrupt things, and Rizex intercepts, but Sad will still get this out to midfield. 47 seconds now, as both teams really struggling to get any kind of flow going offensively. Ivan with a follow-up shot, and Sad has the save. Coming up now on the final 30 seconds of game 1, and maybe another overtime, which is the last thing Evil Geniuses want to see. They've played enough overtime to last a whole tournament. Oh, and Knight will deny them exactly that. Stone Cold Killer comes through with 25 to go.
And you can see the pressure being applied on Rizex in the box. That's not a hard play for Rizex to make, but it's the pressure being applied on him that makes him turn off and allow that bounce out of the corner to come. You've opened the door for Knight. Give him a chance to deliver, and what a shot it was.
Evil Geniuses living a nightmare right now. All that pressure in the first half of the game, and they have not capitalized on it. Ivan couldn't get this out to Rizex. It will still find Catalysm. Rizex can't tie it off the inside of the post. Ivan, nothing doing there as Math ran into Knight. A small window for Evil Geniuses. Ivan can't get there, but the ball stays up. It was swatted away by Knight. That'll do it. And Team Secret comes from behind to take game 1.
With a couple of brilliant shots, no less. I mean, you got to give all the credit to Knight for putting that one on ice. Quite a shot out of the corner, and that's what I'm talking about. Evil Geniuses, not surprised to see them hold a lot of pressure, but I knew Team Secret had the defensive chops to hang with them, and that's kind of been the thing for Evil Geniuses. You've got 3 strong players, but they don't quite have the ability to really power through a defense every now and again.
I'm so excited right now. Knight giving us the Royal Sampler. One of everything. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save, and the 1 shot to go with it. Well done to Knight and Team Secret as they take game 1 2-1. But still, all focus here. It is just the first step in a long, arduous journey to get to Friday.
And I liked the ideas that Evil Geniuses had there at the start of the game. Felt like they were definitely going up. And in general, the challenges, pretty even, not really favoring anybody. Nobody's absolutely hammering the challenges down the other team's throat. But they were doing a really nice job of at least keeping themselves very close to the ball and making it difficult for Team Secret to clear the ball effectively. And that was really where Secret needed to make the adjustments in the middle of that game 1. To at least find a way to clear the space effectively and then let all that natural aggression that all these South American teams tend to have come to bear.
Forbidden Temple, the backdrop for game 2. Mentally, a must-win for Evil Geniuses after they stagnated around the midway point of game 1, and Team Secret took charge. Clutch play out of the South American squad. So it'll be Sad for Knight.
Oh,
Pop one up there, and Sad couldn't get to it. Ran into Rizex. Catalysm will take charge. Here's the counterattack. Evil Geniuses not getting anything there out of Catalysm. He did steal the boost out of the corner. He'll try and take it himself.
Oh, he missed.
And could not convert. Ivan can't get that on target either. Sad will bring this across. And back it goes, but Ivan way too far back, couldn't bring it on target.
Oh,
Catalysm
man.
wide. Second touch didn't get there either. Evil Geniuses are hitting everything except the net. Now Rizex will try, and Knight shut him down as well.
Can't be too upset at Catalysm turning that one in. I think the smoke screen kind of threw off his line on that first approach, and Ivan trying to find a hole on the backboard to see if they could get a look that way, but I don't know how you've survived this long if you're Team Secret right now. This has been quite a push from Evil Geniuses, and still just not having the control of the ball on that first touch to put it in a scoreable position. That's a rough go for Evil Geniuses. That was a great 45 seconds or so, and just nothing to show for it.
Ivan demolished. Back in the play, though. Across from the ball, he's cheating towards, and will get the dispossession from Knight. Rizex, decoy. Ivan scores right down the middle.
Math on the rotation back. He's the furthest guy for Team Secret here, and he knows he's got to be careful of Rizex. He started playing the backboard defense and saw that, oh wait, it's actually coming out to somebody else. Tried to dismount and didn't have a way to control that speed. Took him all the way into the back of the net and just right in front of him.
What does Evil Geniuses have to follow that up? Because as has been proven by Team Secret all through this tournament, one is not going to be enough. Ivan for Rizex. Down onto the orange half of the field. Rizex can't get by Knight, so Ivan will. Sad's
are
there.
they through?
Good follow-up defense with Catalysm back. Now Sad for Math. That infield pass has been available all series long, and if they keep allowing that from Team Secret, TS will convert a lot, and it'll turn this series into a laugher as Catalysm bounced one off the crossbar. Now Ivan up for Catalysm again. Gonna get redemption here. And Sad made the save off the carom.
Great second save on Team Secret, but allowing Catalysm to have that first look as that one's pinched above the orange net. Gotta be careful if you're Team Secret. You're dangerously close to allowing Evil Geniuses a comfortable lead that they can absolutely hold on to. In and out of the net. Sad makes a quality save. And Evil Geniuses still a lot of really good approaches, good passes, and that one not going to connect.
Everybody jammed up in the corner from Team Secret. They disperse, but not before Evil Geniuses gets this beautiful passing play off, and Rizex makes it 2-0.
Really going to destroy Knight here as he rotates through the goal line. So focused on the passing in the corner, can't follow the dish out to the middle, and I believe it was Math who ended up being on the goal line for the actual shot. I mean, I don't know how you're going to save that with so many options with that perfect pass into the middle like that. Really well executed from Evil Geniuses, and not be surprised to see them come away with a win here in Game 2. I know there's 2 minutes left, but if you give Evil Geniuses a 2-goal lead where Team Secret has been struggling to at least get out of their own half, you got to feel pretty confident in their ability to go out and challenge the ball and really just stick this one into as many manageable positions as possible and just win the war of attrition.
Again, it cannot be overstated the importance of this series. There will be no tiebreaker in this group. One team goes through into Friday's bracket in the lower bracket. The other is done for the Winter Major. Math.
Oh,
that
wow.
goes underneath. Rizex outplays, and it's 3-0.
Hello, Rizex. What a shot this is, and you can see them trying to get up and aggressive. And again, it's a fairly stalemate of a challenge. It's not really in the realm of Rizex can easily go back and get this one. Just makes a heck of a play to go boost all the way back down to that ball and catching the defense of Team Secret off guard. And now this one's pretty much out of hand, 1:30 with 3 goals. And you've only found your way out into 1 shot if you're Team Secret. You need to work on that clear game.
Things change so quickly from game to game in the RLCS. And it is all about who can survive and advance. Who adapts.
There we go. They're through 3. Come on. You have to score it.
For Math. Open net. Almost making the save was Evil Geniuses, but Math will get one back. with 1:02 to go, and do not count out Team Secret just yet.
Hero effort on the goal line, just not quite enough. Too much momentum heading into the net for Team Secret. Like you say, they get one back, but is it enough? Is it too little too late?
We've seen South America score in bunches. Oh my goodness. Absolutely no respect on the challenge, but the whiff opens things up for Catalysm. They get that goal right back, and the window might be closed.
Huge dunk from Ivan there. Never had enough boost to reach up to that ball, but he did know it was going to absolutely pull out a defender because they probably don't know exactly how much boost he has either, so pulls everybody off the goal line and makes it as easy as possible for his team to follow up.
Ivan looking for more as Evil Geniuses do all they can, perhaps to try and break the spirits of Team Secret. But you have to imagine there's a lot of mental toughness on any team that gets to this point. They have to understand, look, it doesn't matter if you lose by 1 or by 5. An L is an L. You move on to the next one. It's going to be a tied-up series, barring anything utterly crazy here. Catalysm will sky one up, and he's just going to have to play this himself. Rizex now in front. His floater sent away. And now Knight for Math, nothing doing there. 10 seconds left before this one mercifully comes to a close.
Oh, score it.
And Sad will score with 6 seconds left, and we're not going to close the book on this one just yet.
Can you imagine the miracle kickoff? Do you see the
I'll
Spanish?
tell you what, if they
see the Spanish kickoff for 3 and then hope for number 4?
I'll tell you what, if they pull this off, their mental for Evil Geniuses is going to be completely chalked. And you might as well just end the stream right here. 6 seconds left. Got to have a quick one, and Catalysm comes up on the cheat. He'll take charge. Time will run out. It will not have been a pretty victory for Evil Geniuses, but they do tie up the series.
That's exactly how I thought it was going to be, though. 2 minutes, 2-goal lead, indeed win the war of attrition. Yeah, they give some, but they gain some right back, and the big easy stat block to look at is the shot column. Team Secret doing a great job in Game 1, adjusting, finding a way out of their own half, getting shots on target. Here they only get 4 compared to Evil Geniuses, what is that, 13. So really excellent job of Evil Geniuses here, really clamping down and saying, no, you're not going to have the opportunity to go out there and create chances over on the blue side of the pitch. Brilliantly controlled game from them.
To take a meme from another esport achieves, Team Secret does seem to be built for late game, because we saw only the one shot in the first couple of minutes, and then Team Secret came alive, just as they did at the end of Game 1, where they did steal victory from the jaws of overtime.
Of overtime,
at least.
yeah.
You know, the game winner from, 25 seconds left. That's concerning for Evil Geniuses. I mean, yes, they did put this game away, but Team Secret has been able to battle and has been able to capitalize as the game has progressed. Evil Geniuses got to put together a full 5 minutes if they're going to fend off Team Secret as we head on to Game 3.
And I think a really important note for Secret heading into Game 3 here, if you can at least not allow Evil Geniuses an early goal, if you keep it locked at zeros, even if you're sitting on defense but you're not giving anything up, I think that really will give Team Secret a lot more leverage as it goes on. So really this early part of the game, who cares if you allow a ton of shots on target and you're struggling out, but as long as you're not letting them convert, you'll be in a good position.
Yeah, the goal for Team Secret, just keep it within reach till you get to that final minute.
Oh.
Try to break down Evil Geniuses.
Chip it right.
Knight gonna take this himself.
Oh, you knew
and
it.
he beat the entire defense single-handedly.
You knew the guy was just gonna come trap this down to the right side, because you see all the defense stuck on the backboard and only one's coming across at him. The whole right side of the net is open for him. Gorgeous shot from Knight. Read the defense perfectly.
Wow. Talk about a solo effort. Here goes Rizex trying to answer right back, and Knight stops him there too. So Knight beats all of Evil Geniuses single-handedly on the attack, makes the save on the follow-up shot now from Rizex. Knight is feeling it right now in a high-pressure situation. Tie-breaking third game as Math gets there. Catalysm up to meet him. And Math just holds his ground, and Knight will take this all the time in the world to play it against Ivan.
Oh, I love the speed from Evil Geniuses there in the midfield. Despite some really nice challenges from Team Secret, Ivan is going to drop it into the right-hand side. I think they were all trying to figure out where this shot was going to go. And Ivan picks a great place for it.
I'm surprised that Math didn't continue up towards the ceiling or jump out to at least force Ivan to work around him.
Yeah.
And because he didn't contest the shot, they don't get a hand up in his face. He's got everything to shoot at, and this game's tied.
Great answer from Evil Geniuses. Was just about to talk about, I like that more aggressive approach in the midfield. Make sure you don't allow any time for Team Secret to come back behind the ball. Really make them work for it. Math one-on-one, important touch, and clipped off it as well. Not the easiest follow-through, but a big boost steal, and that's what Team Secret's trying to do. Blunt the sword of Evil Geniuses on the counterattack. That's the very much Evil Geniuses approach. Try and win off the counterattack, and if they take away their ability to transition smoothly and stay on offense, then maybe they get more, but not this time. Catalysm skating through the defense.
Another solo effort as Catalysm forces Knight back. Math is the one that challenges, but it's far too late. Nobody back. Evil Geniuses looked like they might have been in trouble there with Team Secret trying to starve them out. They had 90 boost between them. Catalysm was the only one who had any, and he capitalized on it. Now Rizex looking for more. Off the backboard to Ivan. Can't get this through, and Knight will sky one up. Sad actually got bumped from behind by Ivan, but that's just going to help him downfield, and the boost spawned right behind him for Sad to take. He can center here. Awkward ball for Catalysm and a big demo by Rizex.
Rizex making sure Team Secret can't stick that ball back in the middle of the box to let the third man come through and put the pressure on the goal line. And Rizex doing his best to stay behind the ball. Evil Geniuses love the more aggressive approach here in Game 3, increasing the pace of play and making Team Secret really think about how they want to play it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness is right. Just able to poke that one and carry it to safety. What a save from Knight.
Oh, Rizex literally just patted that ball down to the ground. It was a dangerous one from Team Secret, but to no avail, and we are seeing a much more aggressive, much more physical Evil Geniuses squad. Again, a team that averaged, I mean, it felt like half a demo a game against Team BDS.
Oh, they bumped each other.
Even with the 10-minute overtime, they just were not very physical. They are bringing it right to Team Secret now, and now it's on TS to adapt and evolve, try to change with the flow of this series. It goes out to Math, and he almost had Catalysm beat.
And Rizex definitely focused on taking away options from Knight, going for the boost first and then the ball.
Rare that you can ever get both.
The rare instance where it pays off. And now you can see Team Secret trying to get up as quick as possible, and now you really into the stage of the game where Evil Geniuses more than happy to just punt the ball away however it has to be done. I mean, they feel very confident in their game plan right now, because it is the increase in the pace of play that's saying, Secret, you got to be even faster. And that's really when the recklessness starts to set in. You make fewer and fewer good decisions or good approaches and not able to poke that one under the bar. Evil Geniuses would have loved an insurance goal there. Back down to him.
Yeah, and here's Knight, bounced in right at Ivan. Just remember that sequence, though, from EG. If they don't close this game out, especially in regulation, a chance that could have given them a 2-goal lead, and they had multiple looks at it. Here goes Knight.
What?
Oh, no, he turned away. And Knight got this ball in front, but Rizex is right there, still thrown in front again.
Great.
And Catalysm will clear up and away. As you mentioned, a great clear achieves. That relieves a ton of pressure.
Math was really thinking about how he was going to put the pressure on that Evil Geniuses defense, and it didn't matter that the clear was a weak floater towards the midfield. It was what was going to beat the Team Secret midfield defense. And now 14 seconds. Secret got to do it on 1 or 2 more pushes here.
Final countdown of Game 3.
Oh, what's he doing?
It's all on Math. Now it's all on Ivan. He's got so many options to kill this one. Sad should get there and does. Challenged by Rizex. Evil Geniuses very aggressive, trying to make sure this gets to the ground, and they just lost it. Oh, a disappointing finish with the ball in their own zone and under minimal pressure. Team Secret can't keep the ball in the air, and Evil Geniuses are on match point.
I think looking back at it, I'm not too surprised that Math was struggling up that midfield transition there with about 10 seconds left. I think he ended up having no boost, so he just didn't quite have the ability to maneuver the way he wanted. And unfortunately for them, Ivan's got the ice. Forced them into an awkward spot and not able to control the dribble back on their own side. Team Secret back against the wall, out of lives here at the Winter Major, needing to find a way back. And they're close, but it's that increase of pace of play from Evil Geniuses that Team Secret are now even thinking, okay, they're now putting even more pressure on us than Evil Geniuses, I think, doesn't even normally put that much pressure on teams. And they're just saying, you know what, just send it. And Team Secret's like, they're just sending it. What do we do?
Only series that these two teams have played. They played 2 yesterday. They close out group play here. But you can tell there's a lot of stress on all of these faces. You know, it's changed drastically from the start of the series. You know, we saw some smiles, we saw some hype, and now it is all business. That's the beauty of LAN, too, when we can really see these faces. We're not relying on like some 480p webcam to see, you know, half of their forehead. No, you can see their faces. You can see that raw emotion.
I don't know
now
about
we
you.
go to game 4.
I look my best in 480p. And Team Secret, we'll see if they can look their best here in 4K.
Oh, Rizex got the demolition. That'll slow down Sad. He spawns back on ball side. Rizex might do this himself, but he just couldn't get that back down. And now Rizex just picked Knight's pocket, and Catalysm will score.
I need to watch this one again to see how it worked its way through the defense. Knight, not a bad idea to try and take it on a dribble, just great challenge, and I think Sad caught off guard by how much power was on that touch towards that backboard, not able to react in time. Combine it with a demo coming right after it, and Evil Geniuses, well-deserved opening goal there against Team Secret's defense, and that's, in my head, worst case scenario. I was talking about how you don't want to allow Team Secret to get on the board early because that's when they run into a lot of issues with preventing Evil Geniuses from just taking these deep rotations, a very safe approach to the game. Team Secret gonna have to work extra hard now.
Knight will kick this one out towards Sad as we get through the first minute. Evil Geniuses, 4 minutes away from reaching the playoff bracket. Knight looking for Math, and just all of EG is right there. And another miss, and you can tell frustration's got to be setting in now for Team Secret.
Got to come up with quality first touches on the ball. Great save. It wasn't particularly difficult, but could have invited disaster depending on how he touched it. Sad with space on a dribble, and again, kind of just gets away from him a little bit. And Evil Geniuses, here's where I think a lot of experience against some of the best offenses in Rocket League consistently is really coming to bear here. They make sure and really know the value of a good first touch when you really need one. And they've got just that extra bit of control. You got to put it away, Math, into the lower left-hand side. Secret will not go quietly into the night.
I like what you did there.
Every now and again.
Sets one up off the challenge off of Rizex. And we're all knotted up on Utopia. Champions Field looming if Team Secret can get another here, perhaps. Rizex, full tank of boost. Ivan just puts it in park behind him. The ball goes right over top, so it'll be Sad. Let that one get away from him too much. Catalysm, oh, there's a good race to the corner boost that Ivan barely won. And he could use some of that boost to get one more touch. No, Rizex gonna take charge. Backboard, can't get a second to follow up. And it's Sad going back the other way. He's only got Catalysm to beat. Rizex will jump in and support in from the back.
Ooh.
But now you've seen Team Secret get rolling just a little bit. Getting a little bit of daylight now against Evil Geniuses. This is skied up there, and Catalysm can only pop it away towards Ivan, but it won't reach him. Knight, very proactive. Jumps in, needs one more touch, and Catalysm sweeps it away.
Math right to turn away on that one, realizing too risky if that was going to bear any fruit at all. Better to just make sure you hold on to the tie game and not allow a 2-on-1 back the other way. Dodging a demo, and he's going to score because the pressure comes through on the goal line. They lost control of the ball in the corner here for Team Secret. Knight clipped it a little hard, and again, straight through the goal line. Nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, Math Did all he could with that. And unlucky, it gets by him. Rizex with his 4th goal of this series.
Oh, he missed. That was an open net for Matt.
It was.
Oh.
And that's just been the theme. Team Secret have had their opportunities, and yet still very much a winnable situation. This goes off to the side. How many more lives, how many more opportunities will they get, especially of that quality? That got by Rizex. Here's Math. He's got Knight waiting. Rizex went right after Knight too. He identified that he was there. Knight just shrugged him off. Sad got the shot off, but it's a little wide.
Tough ball for Sad to get all the way around and squeeze between the goalposts. Good effort, but you always knew it was going to be difficult to actually convert.
Sad and Math combining on an effort to stop Catalysm from having a clean look.
Oh, wow.
And this will be all Rizex against Sad. Now he's going headhunting. He forces Knight to jump to the backboard. And Knight can come down to play this. Now it's Sad for Knight. Goes off of Catalysm, and that could be real awkward as Rizex has to chase this all the way back to the opposite corner. But what it turns out to do is just take a bunch of time off the clock. So it works out in the end for Evil Geniuses. Big demolition on Rizex. He's going to spawn back across the way. Catalysm full tank of boost, and Rizex just comes in off the respawn. Maybe out of position a little bit, but he takes over with 50 seconds left.
And Team Secret are really trying to position as aggressively as possible. If there is a mistake on Evil Genius's rotation, they're going to score. Math seeing if he could beat a defender, but nobody waiting on that far side. And Evil Geniuses, you have to be real careful here because Team Secret are waiting for the mistake. They're not trying to outplay you and set up a crazy score. They're saying, do not mess up.
And they might have messed up here. Oh, that goes right back out to Catalysm. Knight was trying to get downfield so quickly, and instead had it bounced away from him. Down to 15 seconds. And a loose ball.
Okay.
Ivan can't get to it in time. Math can't get to this either. Evil Geniuses just a little bit faster. Got to hold on for 5 more seconds. Sad got it in front. One last chance for Team Secret with no time on the clock. And they've got to go the length of the field, and Sad can't get there in time. Incremental disadvantages for Team Secret. All the difference as Evil Geniuses survive and advance.
Have to love the consistency from Evil Geniuses there defensively. It's very easy to crack under pressure with Team Secret sitting right there in front of the clear lane, and you know if you get a bad touch, or you don't hit the ball properly, they're going to be all over you. And Evil Geniuses didn't blink in the face of danger. I don't know if that was necessarily the best approach from Team Secret to play for a potential mistake, but it is an approach that can be quite effective, and you have to appreciate the consistency with which Evil Geniuses was able to execute under pressure.
Evil Geniuses does advance into Friday's playoff bracket. They will go through in the lower bracket, being either the 2nd or the 3rd seed. That's just how unforgiving this format is. Top seed in the group, either between G2 or BDS. We will bring up the groups now and show you where things stand right now with one match, I believe, still going on the A stream. I can tell you they're still probably going on because I can hear a bunch of yelling from the players behind us here. G2 up 2, we are told. So that could be, in fact, G2 going up over BDS, the reigning major champions. But you look at all of this here, Achieves, does anything stand out to you?
Well, yeah, obviously the big asterisk is Furia with 2-1, the big win over NRG, and unfortunately falling to Renegades. So that will be very fun to see how the rest of their run plays out. Unfortunately, their fellows Team Secret not able to get it done in Group C as we just saw, but Space Station Gaming as well, coming in as the 5 seed from NA. Hello, welcome to the top of the group.
Yes, sir. Space Station Gaming, V1, and either G2 or BDS will go through into the upper bracket. We will find out tomorrow who goes through in the upper bracket between Endpoint and Furia. We will also find out who will go into the lower bracket between NRG and Renegades. Of course, 2 rematches there in the group, and very interesting how Group B played out, Achieves, because you have that crazy situation with Furia going over Endpoint, over NRG, and you thought, okay, I mean, I think it was you even asked them, like, all right, so what are you guys thinking about for the playoffs? And their coach was very keen to say,
yeah,
well, we got to get there first.
Yeah, he knew.
And
they
have
struggle
not got
against
there
Renegades.
Yet. Yeah,
they struggled.
amazing. They could not look past Renegades, and I wonder if maybe they did a little bit.
Perhaps, but that's not for us to say. I think they
Sure.
knew. I think they knew because I asked. I was like, you're feeling good if you potentially play another top team come playoffs. He's like, I don't know. Renegades has beat us a lot of times, and I think they were very much aware of what Renegades was going to bring to the table. And all credit to Renegades. They give themselves one more chance. They got to go. I believe they played the tiebreaker against NRG, if memory serves. But one way or the other, the groups have been crazy, and that's the end of the B stream for us, Stacks.
It is. It is all on the A stream tomorrow, twitch.tv/Rocket League, and of course on YouTube. And if you could join us via Rocket League Live on Champions Field virtually, hey, it's going to be a fun time with those two tiebreakers, RNG, Renegades versus NRG, and Furia taking on Endpoint. One of those teams, again, one of those last two go in the upper bracket. One of the lower two teams is going to be out between either NRG and Renegade. It's going to be a lot of fun. We hope you'll join us as well tomorrow morning Pacific time. That's it for us, though, here on the B Stream. For Achieves, for Gummer, for everybody here on the production behind the scenes, we thank you for joining us on the B Stream. We'll see you tomorrow as we wrap up the group stage and then go to the YouTube Theater on Saturday.
Blueberry short stack?
Got any games on your phone?
It's 3 a.m. I need a taquito. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven. Slurpee, light bulbs, antifreeze. Here's your order, nacho cheese. If you want it, we can get it from the 7-Eleven.
Tippy driver. This might not be your car. And this might not be your engine. Maybe this isn't your morning routine. And maybe these aren't your coworkers. Perhaps these aren't your standard driving conditions. Far from it. But this is your oil, which means you're one of us, doesn't it? For serious engines, on and off the track, upgrade to Mobil 1.